Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to University of Utah Hockey Game Day Live. We're live here from Salt Lake City for Game 2 between the University of Utah Skating Utes and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels. It is the final home game of the season for the University of Utah before moving on to the national tournament. Mitchell, should be a great game tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, last night was so thrilling. It was such a tight game. It was really a tale of three periods. First period, Utah was all over Las Vegas. Las Vegas was all over Utah. Scoreless first period. Not very many penalties in the game. Second period, totally different story. Penalties all throughout for Utah. At one point, at the 16-minute mark, the Utes had spent half the time in the box.
With that being said, we will throw it to the University of Utah Game Day Live hockey video, and then we'll be back on the air with the pregame show. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick McGann alongside Mitchell Slott. We're here for the final broadcast of the 2025-2026 season. Utah is facing off against Nevada, Las Vegas for Game 2 of the series. Last night, Utah was victorious in the shootout, looking for the first program sweep in history on home ice against the Rebels.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about the opportunity that the Utes have tonight. Not just to get the win, but to get the sweep potentially against, like we talked about last night, their big brother. Right? They've had our number. It's time to take our number back. And last night was step one in doing that. Paul Waldhauser and Eli Fletcher both scoring in the shootout. Both goals absolutely fantastic. You got to be happy for both of them. And Eli Fletcher, just cool as a cucumber, stick handling and making that move. And I watched the replay this morning from last night. And on my television, you couldn't even see his release before you saw the net move.
Yeah, quick wrist shot. Name of the game in the shootout, as quick as he can. Speed kills, right? But, I mean, on the other side of that, Garrett Fuller and Doug Wakeland, the goaltenders for last night, that being for Utah and Nevada, Las Vegas, respectively, Wakeland and Fuller for Utah. Great performance by both of them. Unbelievable. Very tight game. Low scoring. We thought it'd be more of a higher scoring game given the metrics and the predictions. But Utah and UNLV, one goal apiece. They go to overtime. Nothing there. And then they have to go to the shootout. But both goaltenders fantastic on top of their games last night.
Yeah, they were. And here's the interesting part. Both goals, power play goals. No even strength goals last night in 60 minutes, actually 65 minutes of even hockey. Power play goals. How interesting is that? You don't see that very often. Normally one team will get a power play goal and then, you know, they'll pick momentum. It'll jolt them with momentum rather, and they'll be able to follow up soon after with another goal. But last night, completely different story. And the Utes did exactly what we talked about in the pregame last night, was from the get-go, from the jump. There was a little bit of jitters. You could tell that, and we talked about it on air. But once they settled into the game, they were all over UNLV from start to finish, with the exception of that second period. That second period had to be a wash. They got in penalty trouble, and you have to forget about it going into the third period, and that's exactly what they did. They got their own power play goal to even things up, and from that point on, it was even Steven until the shootout.
Absolutely. With that being said, maybe good to touch on that right now. Key to the game for tonight, stay out of the box. That was the story in the second period. Like you said at one point in the broadcast last night, there was at one point, I think with that 16 minutes played in the second period, 8 of those minutes were shorthanded for Utah. They're able to claw their way back, but a good team like UNLV, you can't keep giving them that opportunity because they will strike. And they did eventually.
Yeah.
But, again, not a lot of goals last night, but that could be a different story if you keep going to the box tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have to stay out of the box. We've learned that UNLV can score against us if they're on the power play. So, you know, we just have to stay out of the box, and we have to play a disciplined game.
With that being said, we will send it to Molly. She talked with Luke Backel of UNLV pregame. We'll send it to her ice side and come back with the pregame show.
Hey, Utes fans, I'm Molly. I'm here with Luke Backel. Okay, tell me, Luke, what's the focus heading into tonight's game?
Just play Rebels hockey, just stick to what we know, do what we do the little things tonight, and have a good outcome.
And what are some adjustments your team has made today compared to last night's game?
You know, just to conserve a little more energy. It's a bigger sheet out here, so just play a little smarter tonight and go from there.
Alrighty, thank you very much. We'll see you back at the broadcast.
Thank you, Molly. That was Molly with Luke Backel for UNLV. And for UNLV, I mean, it's more the same for them. I think for both teams, you play your game, right? They were kind of feeling each other out for a little bit last night. You've got a good understanding of each other after 60 minutes, well, 65 minutes plus a shootout of hockey. So tonight, just play your game.
Yeah, I think UNLV, if their key to their victory, should they come out victorious tonight, is maybe a few more shots if they can get them. I know there was a lot of sticks in shooting lanes last night on the Utes' defensive side, as well as good positioning, keeping the UNLV out to the perimeters, not allowing a lot of shots on net, especially through that first period. They got they got the most of their shots in that second period on the power play, so they need to find ways to create those scoring opportunities.
And with that being said, moving on to kind of a different topic here, it is the final home game of the season, which means it also is senior night tonight, celebrating the seniors in the University of Utah hockey team. We actually have one of them was interviewed by Molly pregame. That was Trent Gart, one of the seniors here for the University of Utah. We'll throw it to Molly with Trent right now.
Hi, Utes fans. I'm Molly. I'm here with
Trent Gart.
Trent. What does senior night mean the most to you?
I'd say what it means most to me is being able to go out here one more time with all my teammates at home in front of all of our fans and just get the job done.
And what does this team mean to you?
This team, it's full of my brothers. We come out here, we battle every day together, and so being able to come out here one more time, it's just a lot of fun, and I get to enjoy and soak it all in one more time.
And for your senior game, what's the mindset heading into tonight?
Just getting it done. We beat UNLV last night. We're trying to get it done again tonight.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see you back at the broadcast.
Thank you, Molly. That was Molly with Trent Gart, one of the seniors on this team. And that is the tough thing. Regardless if you win or lose, it's your last game on home ice as a senior. We saw that with the M2 games, as you saw in the earlier, you were doing some of the broadcasts, but it's a very kind of sobering reminder where it's, your hockey career could be over. A lot of these guys obviously aren't going to the NHL or playing professional, playing for fun recreationally and whatnot, but playing, competitive college hockey, it's a sobering reminder that it comes to an end fast, but you want to celebrate that night, with the seniors.
Yeah, and with Trent specifically, it's a little emotional for myself. I watched and called Trent throughout his entire junior career, as when I was doing the junior team, the Utah Outliers, and then I knew he came here, and now I've been able to call his last 2 seasons of college hockey. So I've known Trent for 6 years. More than 6 years, 8 years, 7 years, whatever it is. And, he's such a nice guy. We've gotten along since the day I met him. He came in, he was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. And so to see him on senior night is really cool and a little emotional, because I know after tonight, I think he's going to stick around the area, but his family's from Florida, from Tampa Bay. So he may go back down there. I don't know what his plans are, but I know after tonight's game, I'm not going to get to call Trent Gart again. So a little emotional. Then, the only other thing I can say to that is we get to see him in nationals.
Right.
But we don't get to call him.
Right, unfortunately.
But, yeah, senior night's always very, it's an emotional night for the boys that are graduating, as well as the ones that aren't, because they're saying bye to some good friends of theirs. These guys become brothers over the course of 4 years.
Absolutely.
So, it's a big night for the Utes, hoping to get a win, get the sweep. It's a big night for the seniors and for the underclassmen that can see those seniors graduate. It's a big night for that as well.
Absolutely. Just kind of touching more on Trent Gart, his favorite memory he wrote down, he actually was part of the first ever victory against UNLV with the program his freshman year on the team. That was here on home ice. So kind of telling, right? Has a great opportunity tonight to finish it off with a win as well.
You just took the words right. I was about to say that exact thing, so I don't need to say it now.
Regardless, though, big opportunity tonight for the Knights. We kind of talked about keys to the game. As we wrap up the pregame show, what are you looking for tonight, Mitchell? As the analyst on this show,
give
us your insight. You're the expert.
Thank you. I appreciate that. As the analyst on the Ute side, again, speed, physicality. Primary tonight, discipline. Stay out of the box. Get on UNLV from the get-go. Do not give them time and space with the puck. As soon as somebody receives it, get somebody on them. I think those things will be the key to a victory. We have strong goaltending in net. We can rely on that. We know that. And as far as UNLV, like I said a little bit earlier, get those shots. They're going to have to get on our boys, too, right off the hop. Because if they don't, we know that we have the skill, the passing ability. Our passes are very crisp. They're fast. The decisions are fast. The reads from our boys are fast as well. So UNLV is really going to they have a task ahead of them. Because these 20 guys, 21 guys, want to beat them more than they want to beat any other team in the nation.
Right. I mean,
that's a lot of determination from a team to beat one team. So a lot is on this game. I just hope that the boys in well, they're both in red, white, and black, but the Utah Utes, I hope they can settle in fast and get on the attack early.
Absolutely, and kind of touching on that as well, staying out of the box and getting on the attack early. Keep that forward group out there. As you mentioned last night, very good point you made in the broadcast is when you're taking penalties or you're on your heels, you want to keep your forwards out there. You want to keep them – it's a well-oiled machine, right?
Yeah.
Keep them on the ice. Keep them active. Stay out of the box. Have a good chance at the victory tonight.
Yeah, because I think staying on your toes, it creates a totally different style. It's kind of what you see the difference between a team that's got a one-goal game or a one-goal lead in a game and they're constantly pushing, and a team that has a 3 or 4 goal game where they may lay back. They may think, we got this in hand. They lay back. All of a sudden, the other team who is still on their toes, they're still fighting to get those points on the board. They're attacking. If you settle back at all, that's when hockey becomes dangerous, especially with a lead. And if you don't have the lead, you better stay on your toes and attack and really push the team that you're playing against.
Absolutely. And then I guess the last little note, we haven't really talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
Probably goes pretty obvious, right? Team USA gold medal game tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Time. We're hyped for that one.
Oh, we're absolutely hyped for that one.
That's something that UNLV and Utah, I think we can both agree on that one, right?
Yeah.
Go USA, right? I mean, I guess
USA.
there's some Canadian players on probably both teams, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the Jim Craig jersey, right?
Jim Craig.
There you go. And then 88, Patrick Kane, greatest American player of all time, right?
All time.
All time. We don't like that he's on the Red Wings, though.
I love that he's on the Red Wings.
No,
he doesn't.
That's all the time we have left on the planet.
He's on the Red Wings. He's a Chicago fan. I'm a Detroit fan, but also a Mammoth fan. Tusks up. I'm not going to go all the way out for it, but yeah, I've been a lifelong Detroit fan, and I'm just happy that we have a team here. But Patty Kane is the best American-born player.
He just passed Mike Modano for most points for an American player.
Yeah.
So, I mean, incredible for him, right? I mean, solidifies himself more and more as the greatest American player of all time. But he's just, whenever you need a clutch goal, he's there. And even in his older age now, he's still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, after he had his hip not replaced, but he had that resurfacing surgery that very few professional athletes have had and have been able to come back to professional sports, especially at the top level. He's been strong. He's been productive for Detroit, and he's really done what he needs to do. I mean, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer without a doubt.
Absolutely.
And so, I'm happy for him that he was able to come back because my son is also a Chicago fan. I don't know where his wires got crossed growing up in a Detroit household, but he's a Chicago fan.
He's smart. He's a smart guy.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he's seen 3 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, so have I. 97, 98, 2002.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about
that.
And
2008. That's 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could go to blows about this, but I don't think we need to. Point is, USA.
Go USA.
Go USA, USA. They're going to be on the ice at 6 a.m. Mountain Time.
Early.
I don't care what time we get home tonight. My alarm is set for 30 minutes prior because I got to get my coffee.
Yep.
I got to sit in my recliner. I got to set my TV up.
Flip some pancakes,
Oh, I'm not cooking breakfast before it. I'm just going to get my coffee and sit down and eat.
Not a bad Sunday morning.
Not a bad Sunday morning.
Yeah, but
and tomorrow I got to also say this. Big shout out to my mother-in-law, Doris Cowan. Tomorrow is her birthday. She's turning 29 again. So my wife and I and her are going to celebrate her birthday tomorrow in a special way. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Doris. Love you.
Absolutely. So with this, we have an ice problem behind us right now. We're kind of trying to get that straightened out. So we're trying to fill some time here on the pregame show.
No,
so we
we're
still
not.
have.
No, we're not. We're just BSing.
Yeah, having a good time, right?
Yeah. You know why? Because it's a great day for hockey here in Utah.
Yeah.
And, the Utes M2 team, unfortunately, let's get back to the Utes. The
Yeah,
Utes
yeah,
M2
that's
team
where
did take a loss today, so they are out of national contention. They won't be going to nationals. They played really strong yesterday, had a really good game, but couldn't follow it up today against a very strong Montana State team who ended up coming away victorious 10-2. It was a tough game all the way around. They just couldn't get on their toes. Montana was all over. Or Montana State rather was all over them, and it was a good game, but it was a frustrating game for the boys in red and black.
Absolutely. So for the M2 Utes, just a congratulations on a great season. Obviously, a tough loss at the end. None of them are going to want to hear congratulations right now at this point in time. But hard-fought season. They've got the good foundation in place. I mean, they've been on a meteoric rise since starting that program. It's only been 4 or 5 years since that program has started, maybe not even. And
5 years.
And to see them already, competing against these teams, making Western regional tournaments, it's something to see. So good congratulations to them. And
and they made it to nationals last year. They competed there last year. So nationals is not something that's out of the realm of possibility, and actually making waves at nationals isn't something that's beyond the realm of possibility either. So they got a great coaching staff and with head coach Nick Fernelius, and I've known that young man since he was not a tyke, but a early teen.
Yes.
Let's just say that. And he's such a great guy, and he's a good coach, and he's really done a lot with that team. And the Utes organization can be nothing but proud of the M2 squad, and also the women's Division I team. They're doing very well as well. They potentially could go to nationals as well. I haven't heard the outcome of their games.
I think they're having their conference championship this weekend, but have not. We'll have to check in on that and update the fans watching at home. Hopefully, good things are coming out of their their conference tournament this weekend. But I guess as we got some time, we don't want to tease too much because we will be broadcasting the senior night presentation once we get the ice sorted out here behind us. Looks like they're still making some adjustments in front of the visiting team bench. But we'll list off the seniors on the University of Utah Skating Utes this year. So we got Trent Gart. We talked with him pre-game. And it looks like actually as we're getting here behind the scenes, the Zamboni's
going to come
back out. So we've got a lot of time, folks. But so building off what I was just saying, so we already talked to Trent Gart pre-game. He's one of the seniors on this team. We've also got Eric Gibney. He's one of the seniors on the M1 Skating Utes. Jake Larilla, the captain of this team, a defenseman. We've got Ethan Noonan as well, also a defenseman. And then finally we got Jake Slater. Those are your seniors for the Skating Utes, and we wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Got a couple of things here for Trent Gart. He's an urban planning and architecture major, and we said his favorite hockey moment, beating UNLV for the first time in program history. Not too bad. Not
too bad at all, and hopefully it can end with a win over UNLV as well. Starting into your career with a win like that, that'd be huge.
Absolutely. We got Eric Gibney as well, been with the program for a long time. He's had 4 seasons with the program, and his favorite memory or moment, spending time with teammates, can't beat that, right?
I tell you what, that's one of the things.
You can speak on that.
I can speak on that. That's one of the things I miss about being on a team is the camaraderie that you build with one another, and like those moments on the bus, those long rides on the bus when you're traveling and you're tired, but the boys still give it to each other. I mean, there's a lot of bus rides that are quiet. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of sleeping going on and spread out between 2 seats or across the aisle. Players laying on the floor, trying to get some shut-eye. But road trips, you can't complain at all about road trips. I mean, the camaraderie in the locker room is always good. And, it's just one of those things. I miss that about playing on a hockey team, which is why hopefully this summer I'll be back on a hockey team. I'm itching to play some hockey this summer. Play some golf and hockey over the summer.
We'll be playing some golf.
My wife. Oh, we will be playing some golf. You'll probably be beating me on the
I don't know about that.
But, no, it is. Camaraderie with the boys is something that can never be replaced.
No, so. and that's, I feel like you were saying, you touched on it. That's part of why being on this team is so amazing. And it's you're playing with your brothers for 4 years. These are your guys you see day in, day out. And so when you leave that, it's tough. The real world stinks sometimes, working, being an adult, but when you're here, enjoy it, and
100% of the time, win or lose.
Yeah, you're right. Doesn't matter. You go through the battles with your boys, and absolutely. Yeah. So moving on, next up we got the captain, Jake Larilla. He's getting his bachelor's of science in business administration here from the University of Utah. His favorite hockey moment he is as being a 2-time SSHL champion. Are you know the SSHL? I'm not actually too familiar with that.
I'm not either.
So, but regardless, very
Southern Science Hockey League. I
there
don't
you
know.
go. Yeah,
I feel stupid because I don't know what that
Yeah.
is, and I know a lot about hockey,
no,
but I don't know what league that is. I wish it was
but
spelled out.
In all honesty, he's a top end player and an incredible leader for this team. I always love talking to him. He's been a part of the team for 3 seasons, but you know, ever since he's been a part of the program, very strong leader, and just he brings lots to the table. He's a great hockey player, great defenseman, and even better person. Yeah.
I mean, Jake is such a nice guy. First time I met him was last season when I came on board with the Utes, and I had a chat with all the boys at the same time. And he was one of the first people to come up to me after I said that before I left the dressing room, and welcomed me on board. And you know that's leadership. It's also common, you know, it's common decency, you know, and just for him to go out of his way to make me feel welcome. You know, I mean, the whole team has made me feel welcome ever since I came on board here. You and I spent time together before we actually got on air to get to know one another a little bit. But as far as the group of players that we have, which is a fantastic group of players,
it is.
He was one of the first people to say hello and welcome. So, yeah.
And these are just small snapshots into what we've seen from him, right? But in the locker room, that presence, it's the reason this team is where it's at.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, lights are turning off. That means we're getting ready here for some hockey. We're going to send it to a break. We've got public address announcer Justin Long. He'll have the senior day presentation. So with that being said, we will finish off the pregame show here. Don't touch that remote. That's,
don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. We've got puck drop between Utah and UNLV coming up. It's game 2. Should be a good one, folks. We'll see you in just a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, make some noise and bring your boys. Let's hear it for your skating Utes. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin this evening, we do have a few other minor things we do need to take care of. At this time, joining us on the ice, coaching staff for the University of Utah Men's Division I team. As many of you know, tonight is the final home game of the year for us. At this time, we do want to recognize our seniors for this year for the 2025-2026 season. Our first senior that we would like to recognize, with 4 seasons played, 71 games, 8 goals, 14 assists, 22 penalty minutes, joined by his mom Kim, dad Dave, girlfriend Abby, stepmom Liz, from Tampa, Florida, number 19, Trent Gart. Our next senior, 4 seasons, 102 games, 20 goals, 22 assists, 49 penalty minutes, joined by his mom, Marcy, and his dad, Larry, from Salt Lake City, Utah, Eric Gibney. Our next senior, 3 seasons with the team, 69 games, 10 goals, 21 assists, 76 penalty minutes. Joined by his mother, Jill, father, Dave, stepfather, Thomas, stepmother, Amanda, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 26, Jake Larilla. Our next senior, and a personal one for me, 5 seasons played, 105 games, 3 goals, 25 assists, 105 penalty minutes, joined by his wonderful mother Diane and stepfather Joe, number 28, Ethan, the angry elf, Noonan. Our final senior, 3 seasons, 77 games, 21 goals, 39 assists, 22 penalty minutes, joined by his mother Jennifer, father Sean, girlfriend Jessie, from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, number 8, Jake Slater. Once again, we like to welcome and honor the families, all the time you guys have dedicated, the travel, the hours, everything you guys have done. The seniors, all the work you guys have put in has been an amazing time. We're going to miss each and every one of you. One more big round of applause for our 2025-2026 senior class. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I would like to welcome UNLV out to the ice. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineups for this evening. First for the visiting UNLV Rebels. At defense, number 22, Dylan Kuntz. Defense, number 16, Asher Witt. Forward, number 21, Tristan Rand. Forward, number 46, Mason Kelly. Forward, number 10, Dylan Jensen. And in goal for the Rebels, number 1, Douglas Wakeland. Starting lineup for your University of Utah Skating Utes. At left defense, number 21, Matthew Delaney. Right defense, number 26, Jake Larilla. Left wing, number 27, Eric Gibney. Center, number 19, Trent Gart. Right wing, number 8, Jacob Slater. And between the pipes this evening, protecting our house, number 31, Joseph Grelich. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'll kindly rise, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Patrick McGann alongside Mitchell Slott. It's the final home game of the University of Utah Skate Utes season. It's senior night. We just had the senior night presentations. And coming up will be the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels facing off against the Skate Utes.
Yeah, that's what we got in store for us. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, without a doubt. UNLV is going to want to come out strong. We didn't really talk about it much in the pregame, but they lost last night. They're going to want to avenge that. The goaltender for UNLV, he's going to want to get that back. You know, I mean, these are proud hockey players. Each player is going to want to, on UNLV, is going to want to get revenge against the Utes for taking a loss last night. You and I talked off air. They've only lost 4 games all season.
That's right. I mean, they've been a very talented team, to say the very least. And actually, just looking at their schedule, they actually still have 2 games left against M2 Boise State at home. So they do have 2, I guess, tune-up games, you could call them. Against Boise State. For Utah, this is their final game until the national tournament. They're ranked 12th right now. Obviously, I guess the yesterday goes down as a tie in the rankings, but playing a team like UNLV, that helps you out. Yeah, it does help you out. I mean, I think, Boise State, an M2 team, I don't really, I would want to play a lower M1 team for a tune-up game, but I don't make the schedules. I just call the games that are in front of us. And speaking of a game in front of us, let's get this one started. Here we go. Game 2, Nevada, Las Vegas, Utah, number 4 versus number 12. WCHL rivals, we've got a clean sheet of ice at 4,500 feet. The puck is down. Here we go, underway from the Beehive State. UNLV has the puck to start things out. It'll be Kuntz at center ice. He dumps it in. Delaney plays the puck off the wall to Gibney. All the seniors getting the start tonight. Gephardt chasing the puck down. White's behind the net. Tape-to-tape pass to Kuntz. Picked off at center ice by Slater, and Utah comes back the other way. Slater at the line, chips it in, up into the air. Wakeland makes the save. Ends up on the stick of Tristan Rand. Rand across center ice and into the zone. That looked like it was offsides. I mean, it's irrelevant now, but here comes Waldhauser back the other way. Utah getting a change. Point pass. Wrist shot, good save by Wakeland. A nice shot there by Nico Schwab. Yeah, Utes starting out strong tonight. Pucks to our right more than our left. So far, the only thing UNLV has been able to manage is a couple dump-ins before our defense has gotten the puck quickly out of the defensive zone and back on the attack. I like what I'm seeing so far. Just about a minute in. A lot of good attack time, as Mitchell just mentioned, for Utah. Let's also mention the crowd that we have tonight. Good crowd on a Saturday night. Yes. You look to our right, there's people. You look to our left, there's people. Yeah. Across the ice, there's people. I love it. Just brings the energy up in the house. It really does. Band behind the net over to Strong. Now it'll be Wyatt behind his own net. Wyatt to McIntosh. McIntosh looking for Band, but it's picked off by Johnson. Waldhauser across the ice, fires a shot, just wide. It does bounce out of the zone, past the stick of Sandberg. And now it'll be the Rebels the other way. Nagra to McIntosh. Over to Johnson for UNLV. Carollo at the point. He's hit there, and Utah will skate back the other way. They almost had numbers there, but they're going for a change. It'll now be Carollo behind his own net, the captain of this squad. Johnson over to Gordon. Bouncing puck right over the blade of his stick. That'll force the Rebels offside. Yeah, good speed early on in this game. Wakeland tested a couple times. No shots up on the board as of yet, but they'll get put up there eventually. We only have one person down in the scores booth, so it takes a little time, you know, to get everything written down and put up on the board. So Over 2 minutes into the contest. A face-off, one in the direction of UNLV, but Utah is able to get a stick on that. Wakeland out to play the puck. Nice physical play by Kruchek. Puck went to the point, and then it's taken away by Backel. Backel over to Mensch. Mensch has a shot patted away by Joey Greilich, your starting goaltender tonight for Utah. Kuntz fires a shot, good save, rebound, and another good save by Greilich.
Yeah, good reaction by Greilich. Almost knocked him back a little bit. Had to react really fast to that shot, but he was able to make the save. Ooh, dangerous play there.
Johnson, he dumps it in. Wakeland out to play the puck. He gets the start for the second night in a row. Kraft. Fletcher calling for it in the middle. It's still bouncing around loose in the crease, and Wakeland eventually does get his hands on it and covers it up. Eli Fletcher, his first shift of the game after getting the game-winning goal last night in the shootout.
Yeah, be smart, boys. Don't take a penalty. All they're trying, like realistically on that play, all they're trying to do is go
Fletcher
after the puck
and
maybe establish a presence in front of the net. Is Wakeland, as you see there,
in the middle, is still bouncing around loose in the crease, and
he dove out for the puck, covered it up, and then, you know, the UNLV trying to clear everybody out. No need to get any funny stuff going this early in the game. Cannot afford to get into penalty trouble. Neither team, for that matter.
Puck bounces all the way out of the zone. It'll be Estabrook skating this one down for UNLV. Masick behind him there. Nice poke check from Fletcher. Delaney over to Kraft. Kraft chipping it forward to Fletcher. He gets a piece of it. Utes skated in. That was Sunigal. Chipped up into the air for Masick to chase after it. Centers one. Batted away by Delaney. Now to be Sunigal. Pass behind. Fletcher there does a good job receiving it, and it was knocked loose by the stick of Devin Nagra. And they dump it right back in, and they'll get a change, that being UNLV. Delaney looking for the stick of Crowley. Looks like he got a piece. It's waved off. Gibney at the line, kept in. Crowley over to Slater. Slater at the goal line, trying to find Crowley, just off the mark. And now it'll be Rand back the other way. Rand has a shot. It's wide. Nagra's there to recover the rebound off the wall. Far side corner, he sends it to the point. Shot from the point from the stick of Dylan Jensen, just knocked wide. Rand fires one, and it rings all the way around the boards and out of the zone. Wyatt behind his own net. Leaves it for Dylan Ford.
Got somebody with a drum over there. We don't have the band, but we got a drummer.
That's right. UNLV controls, picked off by Nico Schwab in his own end. Passes it behind the net for the Utes to start a breakout. An errant pass will go for an icing, so the puck will go back down to the Utah zone.
So I've been a little quiet. I've been watching the game while you're calling it, looking for some trends, and it looks like UNLV is trying to utilize a dump. They've skated the puck in a couple times, but it looks like they're trying to get that puck in past behind the D of the Utes and try to jump on those pucks. They haven't been able to do so as of yet. I wonder how long they're going to stick with that. And the Utes doing a very good job of clogging up anything that UNLV is trying to do. UNLV composed with the puck on their stick, as are the Utes. We don't expect anything less from this ranking for either team. But right now, I would say the Utes have the territory advantage and puck control advantage as well.
The Utes skated in. Waldhauser towards the net. It's bouncing around. Correa was trying to retrieve it. Garden at the point. Fires a shot, and it's gloved up by Wakeland.
Yeah, I think if we're going to get one past Wakeland, especially, in this first period, I think we need to get more traffic in front of them on that shot right there from the point off the stick of Garden. Wakeland was able to see that puck all the way in.
Brady Schwab will take the draw for the Utes. Bryce Johnson for UNLV. Off the face-off, the Rebels control and clear it out. Icing is waved off.
Yeah, back lineman for tonight is Tyler Murphy, or that linesman is Tyler Murphy. Initially he called icing and then waved it off as the defenseman didn't make a solid effort for the puck. Other linesman for tonight is Will Miller.
Nagra behind the net. Over to Mensch. Mensch to Schwab. Schwab looking for the stick of Zach Larilla, and it's just outside of his reach, so we'll have an icing.
And the other two Zebras on the ice tonight. Alexander Catano, number 52, wearing jersey number 52, and number 72 is Tyler Keston. They're replacing the puck. Cool to see that our pucks are frozen.
They are.
So that they don't bounce on the ice.
They're straight out of a cooler, which was straight out of a freezer.
Hence the frozen part.
That's right. Just had to clarify that one.
I had to. I felt the need for clarification, not for speed.
Now it'll be Zach Larilla across the line. He skates it in next to his brother Jake there. You know, over the years, always seem to have a duet of brothers on the team. So now it's Masick. He skates it in, spinning around. There's another shot, and a good save by Greilich.
Yeah, that's a positional save right there, as he had three guys in front of him. And a little bit of a errant play there by the defense. Just coughed the puck up in center at neutral ice, and UNLV did not hesitate to get the puck in and get a quick shot. But Greilich in the right position, made the save, held on to the puck, didn't give up a rebound. So good start for Greilich.
Off the draw, it'll be UNLV. Kuntz looking for Kelly down low. Jensen fires a shot, good save. Rebounds loose in the slot. They shoot, hits the post it looked like. UNLV still scrambling. They've got it. It's Rand, taken away by Fletcher. Utah's able to get the puck in deep. Jensen behind his own net. Over to Whites. Cross-ice pass to Kelly. He's hit hard by Senden. Senden able to spear the puck forward there, and now it'll be Fletcher the other way. Cross-ice pass to Gibney. One-time shot. What is it? He scores! Sandberg puts one in for the Utes. A one-time shot from Gustav Sandberg. And the Utes out in front early. It's 1-0.
What a goal for Utes. Here's another look at it. I think actually did Fletcher touch that?
Fletcher may have gotten a piece of it. Actually, maybe not.
No, yeah, Sandberg. But Fletcher was there right on top of the net, and Wakeland kind of had to sprawl out for that. I think that puck surprised him. Time of that goal, 7:37 of the first period.
So UNLV, they've got the puck. Utah getting out in front pretty early here in the contest. Gets the fans on their feet and gets this place loud. Slater able to dump that one in.
In-house, they gave that goal to Fletcher.
They did, okay.
I think they might want to look at that and maybe change the scoring on that. Assist to senior Eric Gibney. Again, that goal scored at 7:37 of the first period.
Band cycling back, point pass to Wyatt. Wyatt, top of the circle towards the net. Crashing his band, he sends one on net, and Greilich makes the save. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle there.
It looked like McIntosh came in after that play to try to help his teammate out a little bit, and I liked it. I like that no penalties come out of things like that.
Yeah,
you know,
let him play.
Yeah, let him clear the players out, and as long as punches aren't thrown, I think everything's good. You know, like a slew foot or a cross check or something like that. But if they're just grabbing onto one another, let them do it.
Ford has the puck after the face-off. Mensch is there. Ford once again. Pass down low for Backel. Backel near side corner, skating towards the net. Trying to play the puck in the middle, and Utah is able to break it up.
Catano, the referee, had to skate pretty hard to get out of the way of the play there.
He did.
Who says referees can't skate?
Mensch? No, it's just the linesman. They can't skate.
I like that. That was good. That was quick, man. I dig it.
Sendin's got it. Now he dumps it in.
Caught me off guard with that one.
Well, it looks like we'll have a delayed penalty against the Utes here. UNLV, they fired a shot. Looks like Greilich got a piece of it, and now we'll have a whistle. And we'll have our first penalty of the game. Utah looks like they will be on the receiving end of this one. It'll be Trevor Kruchek. I see elbowing was the call. Elbowing.
Yeah, elbow. Time of that penalty, 9:37. Kruchek sitting in the box. So let's see the penalty kill for the Utes and the power play for UNLV Rebels. I think they're the skating Rebels too, right? We're the skating Utes, they're the skating Rebels. Or
I think so. I'd have to double check that. So Nevada, Las Vegas controls after the faceoff. Strong trying to reverse the play, and that puck goes way up and into the netting and out of play.
That's something you don't hear from the PA announcer here because we have that huge net.
Right.
That goes up.
Every once in a while, a puck will find its way, but, you know, for the most part, they just hit that netting and fall right back down. That's no fun. No souvenirs. That would have gone right to that, you know, pretty filled in part of the stands over there.
Yeah.
Mensch will skate after the puck. They control in the power play. Strong at the point. Still with it. Down low. Nagra fires a shot from the point, and it's gloved up by Greilich.
Yeah, that puck was going wide. Greilich decided to grab onto it and allow his penalty killers to change because 36 seconds is clicked off that first penalty kill. Good to have fresh legs on the ice. Greilich, being a smart goalie, knows when that needs to happen.
Puck dumped in down low for UNLV. Rand back up to the point. Wyatt over to Gordon. Gordon losing an edge, and now it'll be Fletcher the other way. He's just going to dump this one in. Wakeland out to play it. Nico Schwab was pressuring there, and now it'll be the Rebels back the other way. Masick over to Rand. Puck pass to the point. Wyatt back over to Gordon. Cross ice pass, one-timer, and a good save by Greilich. Nice one-time shot from Johnson. Puck hits his skate and stays in the zone. UNLV able to get it deeper in. 38 to go on their power play. Utes able to get that one out, forcing a reset. Rand, cross ice pass Johnson, trying to find the middle for Gordon. Unsuccessful. So Utah will clear that one out.
Yeah, good penalty kill so far with just 15 seconds remaining on it.
Wyatt across the line with some speed, peeling back. Kruchek getting ready to come out of the box. Utah will clear the puck, and they will kill their first penalty of the game. Kruchek right out of the box. Was able to put the body on Kuntz there. Kelly to Jensen there. He was skating hard, crashing, never got a shot. Utes able to get the puck out. Good pressure from Waldhauser. Kuntz has it. He skates it right back in. Kuntz to Kelly, back to Kuntz. Bouncing puck at the line, kept in by Mensch. He fires a wrist shot. Good pad save by Greilich. And
Nets off.
We'll have a whistle. Yeah, nets off its moorings.
It's been doing that. I had the honor of calling the 2 games prior to this at this arena, and that net has been coming off all day. So hopefully they can get that fixed, because that can mess with you as a goalie a little bit, right? Like sometimes you don't want that whistle, right? If you make a save and your team has possession of the puck and they're breaking it out, you push it off inadvertently, and now the whistle's blown, and once again you have a face-off in your zone. Like,
puck goes to the point. Mensch with it. Passes to the near side for Kuntz, and now Utah's able to skate it back the other way. Correa with some head fakes and some speed. Correa backhand shot, good save by Wakeland.
Yeah, and Correa had Paul Waldhauser on that backside. I mean, Correa skated himself out of real estate there. I mean, great shot on net, good tracking by Wakeland, but he did have Waldhauser on that back post.
So face-off in the UNLV zone. UNLV have been in the Utah end for a good extended portion of the last couple minutes. Utes looking to turn the tide. And looks like Brady Schwa will take this face-off. And now it'll be UNLV, and now we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, it's an interference on, is that Rand? It's the captain.
Carollo. That'll be Joseph Carollo to the box. Here's the replay on that penalty, just upending a Ute there. I didn't quite see who it was. So Utah, their first power play of the game, as they control the puck. Kruchek over to Waldhauser. Point pass Delaney to the goal line for Correa. He skates it to the point. Back over to Waldhauser. Waldhauser to Delaney. Trying to find Correa. Puck bounced over his stick blade. Good pressure from Utah to try and win this puck without UNLV clearing the zone. Kruchek behind the net. Waldhauser head fakes. They'll skate it back. He fires a wrist shot. Good save by Wakeland. There's a big hit. And UNLV able to get that puck out. That was Kelly. Waldhauser back to Delaney. Delaney skates it in. He's able to dump it all the way down inside the UNLV zone. Kuntz is there. Waldhauser pressuring him. He's got the puck. Waldhauser fires a shot. Good save. Wakeland rebound. Still loose, and UNLV gets possession and clears it out.
Yeah, great job by Waldhauser to keep that play alive down low. And the pressure from the Utes kept UNLV from getting that puck out. Even though Kuntz had that on his stick, he could have just whipped it out. But
yeah, good ozone pressure. Yeah. Larilla at the line. Over to Zach. Now back up top to Jake Larilla. Now it's Gibney to Larilla. He fires a shot through traffic, and Wakeland makes the save.
Yeah, Nico Schwab standing right on the doorstep on that shot, kind of like he did the old Olay to get out of the way, but in doing so, that allowed Wakeland to see that shot once it became close to him. Lorilla with a good shot.
13 seconds remaining on the Utah power play. And we'll get a face-off violation against Utah, so we'll drop the puck again.
Just 12 seconds remaining on the power play on Carollo's interference.
Looks like we've got something wrong with the scoreboard. Looks like one of the associate coaches, Rob Feeney, pointing up at the scoreboard for Utah.
They added a second.
Lorilla at the blue line, trying to keep that puck in. UNLV got it again and just dumped it out. That should just about do it here for the power play for the Utes as Carollo's out of the box. Masick, one-time pass for Estabrook, and it goes up and out of play.
Just want to mention in between periods, not sure if the camera crew is going to show it or not, but during the intermission, we're going to have some mites playing a little game during the intermission. See him down at the far end of the ice to our right, away from the Zamboni, waiting to get on the ice once the big boys get off.
Always kind of a treat to get to play on the same ice that like you said, the big boys play on. It was always my goal / childhood dream to skate on the United Center ice.
Yeah.
Never happened, but that's okay. We got Steiner Ice Arena right here in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, otherwise known as the Salt Lake County Sports Complex.
That's right. Utah offside there. Got to reset. Kuntz. He skates it in. Sonnegal pressuring him there. That puck played off the wall and made its way towards the crease, towards Greilich. Fletcher at the blue line for Utah and trying to find Kraft just off the mark. It's now to be Gordon. Mensch. Over to Strong. Strong driving in, peeling back. Finds McIntosh. McIntosh back over to Strong. Utes intercept. Just kept in by Strong, and eventually it is kicked out by the Utes. Gordon makes a move and skates into the zone. Gralick out to play the puck. There's Strong once more, trying to find McIntosh. Good pressure from Nico Schwab. Puck ends up on his stick, saucers it over to Waldhauser. Waldhauser, nice pass, Cray. Cray back to Waldhauser, winds up a shot blocker save. What a nice setup there by the Utes. Nobody quite home on that far side to try and fire home the rebound, but nonetheless, like what I see there.
Yeah, Waldhauser and Cray have chemistry. That's a chemistry you can't teach.
Real, I mean, absolutely. You can see it on right there. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, and both guys very skilled with the puck. Shoot the puck really hard, even though Cray not built he's not tall, but he is a strong young man that can rifle that puck.
3 minutes to be played here in the first period. Brady Schwab plays it off the glass and out of the zone. Zach Lorilla chasing after that one, and he just quite can't beat out the icing. So the faceoff will come back to the Utah zone. 10th home game of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goes
that many, huh?
Goes by fast.
Our 10th and final.
Yeah, a lot more road games this season than home games. Face-off won by the Rebels. They dump it in. Estabrook trying to center it. Taken away by Utah. It's kept in at the line. Kuntz towards the middle. And picked off by Schwab.
Yeah, that was a good read by Brady Schwab there to intercept that. Got it out almost.
Backhand shot from the stick of Masick. Nice play by him to keep the play alive to find that shot. UNLV still controls. Estabrook. Point pass.
Delayed penalty against the U coming up.
Ooh, and a friendly fire there as two Rebels run into each other. Gibney touches the puck up, and we will get a high sticking penalty against Utah.
Time of that penalty, 17:54. High sticking will go to, they're getting somebody off the bench. Look like it's going to be Brady Schwab.
That's right, it will be Brady Schwab.
Just a minor high stick. You don't see too many major high sticks at the college level. Everybody's wearing face protection. And generally when
Pretty hard to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can get up underneath the chin. I've seen it happen, but it's just not something that happens often with the T.
That's right. Strong one-timer for Niagara, gloved up by Greilich.
Yeah, smart shot by Niagara, but kind of like the like with the Utes, nobody in front of Greilich. He's going to see that puck 100% of the time.
Under 2 minutes to be played. 1:55 in the first and 1:50 to go in the UNLV power play. Utes able to clear that puck all the way down. They've already killed one penalty in this game. They've taken their second. And what was the grand total last night? 5 or 6, I believe.
Give me 2 seconds. I will tell you.
Mensch over to Strong. He skates it in. Strong with some space. Winds up a wrist shot. Good save by Greilich.
5 power plays
For UNLV.
for UNLV. They scored on 1, so they went 1 for 5 last night.
Not a good, I mean, you're not trending the right way. As we get late here in the first period, already taken 2 penalties. Nice play by Nico Schwab. He finds Crowley. Crowley will skate this in. Driving in, Niagara's on him there, and he takes the puck away, but a nice play nonetheless by Crowley to get it in deep.
Yeah, Crowley killing off some seconds.
Rand. Peeling back. Mensch, point pass. Wyatt. Back over to Mensch, back to Wyatt. 37 to go on the man advantage for UNLV. Gordon, top of the far circle. Errant pass, and Utah will dump it out. Rebels starting things off from their own side. Dylan Gordon loses an edge, ran there to get the puck. That puck was kicked there towards the net by Masick. Gordon cycling back. 5 seconds to go on the power play for UNLV. Gordon fans on his shot, and Utah kills off another penalty. Schwab right out of the box, finding Fletcher. Fletcher with some space. He's got 2 seconds. Fires a shot. Oh, it hits the crossbar. Hits the crossbar right at the buzzer. Nice look by Eli Fletcher, and he shows you why he got the game winner last night. He's got some pretty unbelievable set of hands for just firing those wrist shots home.
And the timing on that shot is amazing. I mean, if that would have gone, I think that actually would have counted had it gone in, because the buzzer rang right as it hit the crossbar.
It would have been very close and probably would have required video review, but doesn't go in, so we still have a 1-0 lead for the Utes after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, and if I'm the Utes, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. We killed off 2 penalties. We got an even strength goal. We go into the intermission break for the first intermission ahead. I'll take that 100% of the time.
Absolutely, and like you said, keys to the game: get out in front, get out in front early. They didn't really listen to you about staying out of the box, but
yeah, but you know what? 2 penalties, to 1, not too bad.
So we're going to send it down to ice level. Molly is with Gustav Sandberg, the goal scorer. We'll send it down to Molly. Take it away.
Hey, Utes fans, it's Molly. I'm here with.
Gustav Sandberg.
Tell me, Gustav, what was going through your mind when you got that goal?
I saw a rush and I jumped up and I saw openings. I ripped it and hoped for the best.
And what's the key to extending the lead for the next 2 periods?
I think to keep play discipline, and we play good out there and we need to trust it, and I think it will go our way.
Alrighty, thank you very much. And we'll see you.
Thanks, Molly. After 20 minutes of play, as we mentioned, Utah 1, Nevada, Las Vegas 0. We'll be back with the first intermission report in just about 10 minutes, so don't touch that remote.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to game day fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports. Welcome to world-class research.
Welcome to the arts.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
What it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
throwing my faith in hope. We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab it while we see those gray clouds look close. We have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
For For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to game day fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
top, no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new
Welcome
path.
back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome
We are here
to
for the first
Canyon View
intermission
Credit
report.
Union.
After 20 minutes of play, it's Utah 1, UNLV 0. Pretty tight game after 20, obviously, but Utah comes out ahead after the first period, so good for them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they needed to do. You know, they have been strong on the puck all night. Towards the end of the first period, UNLV got a little bit of momentum because a couple penalties, but nothing costly. We were able to kill those off, which is good. But for the most part, on even strength, University of Utah is all over UNLV right now, and really testing the goaltender. And can't ask for much more if you're Morgan Feeney. You know, you go into the first intermission ahead. I like it.
Keep that foot on the gas pedal.
Oh, no. You slam your foot on the gas pedal.
Right. It's kind of an interesting theory because talking Olympic, we're in our Team USA, just kind of an interesting kind of parallel I think that's worth mentioning is you heard players in the locker room on Finland when they played Canada. They said they got to a point where they're playing not to lose. They weren't playing to win. They didn't go for that kill shot. If you're Utah, you want to reverse that, the opposite. You need to go for the kill shot, play to win the game. And I have no doubt that that's what Morgan Feeney and his boys are doing, but just worth bringing up the point. One goal is not going to be enough, obviously.
No. I mean, one goal wasn't enough last night, so you have to get as many goals as you possibly can. It's not about point spread. It's not about, piling up goals or anything like that, but just for insurance more than anything else, because we know that UNLV can score. So the Utes have to get more. They have to get that insurance goal, maybe a third goal just to give a little extra space, because UNLV's not going to back down. We know that. And, worst case scenario for the Utes, if UNLV comes out and scores an early goal themselves in the second period, the Utes can't back down. They can't get scared. They can't play protective hockey. They have to play aggressive hockey just like they did in the first period. And you saw what happened with UNLV. They started throwing passes to areas rather than to the stick. And some teams play that game. Some teams play to areas all the time, and they're successful at it. But if you're normally a tape-to-tape kind of team and you have to shift to an area, it makes your reaction time a little bit slower. You're going to wear yourself out a little bit more because you're going to have to chase those pucks down. And University of Utah, if that's the way UNLV decides to play the second period to area pass, because of the pressure that Utah is bringing, Utah is going to read it, and their defense is going to make quick turns. Their transitions are going to be fast because we have good mobile defensemen that can get to the puck really quick. Any of those loose pucks that have been dumped in, Utah's had at least a stick on it.
I think another good thing worth mentioning is a lot of the games, in fact, almost every series that we have against UNLV, whether it's down there or up here, you have a game that's close or a game that Utah has won, and the next game has been a blowout.
Yeah.
That's not the case so far tonight. Obviously, lots of hockey left. I'm not saying that can or cannot happen, but it's a good sign that UNLV didn't just come out all over Utah and just put 4 goals up on the board. We've seen that before here, where Utah's won against UNLV, and then the next night is just chaos.
Right.
And down there in Vegas, same thing. Both teams are in this one right now. It's a tight game. Something good to see.
Yeah, and with last night not being a blowout by either team is a little bit different than the norm. I mean, usually, like you're saying, there's one or the other, but Utah has gotten better as the season has gone along. We talked about it off the air pre-game. The Utes are peaking at the right time.
Yep.
And they're playing really good hockey right now, and you're seeing that against one of the top teams, not only in the division, but also
defending national champs.
So, as the boys get prepared to step on the ice, you have to be thinking that they are very happy with that, but not satisfied with it.
That's right. No, and that's the thing. Never satisfied. That's what a good team wants. And this is also like we talked about in the broadcast. I think last weekend we talked about this a little bit, but you want to build momentum for the national tournament, and what better momentum to build than playing a team that won it all last year and is the defending national champions, right? So you want to build momentum for that. It's still a couple weeks away, that tournament, but right now you want to ride the momentum, and this is basically you could.
Did I just see an octopus get thrown onto the ice? Can we get a camera down to that corner? Is there an octopus on the ice?
I think there is. You can just barely see it on your screen. Actually, I don't think.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
An octopus on the ice. Did they hear our pregame talking about Detroit?
Maybe. I don't like that. I don't like that. But there's someone who needs a new team out there, obviously, because that person must have been a Red Wings fan. So they gotta.
I think they are a Red Wings fan.
Well, yeah, I would agree, but I'm saying they got to find a new team.
But look, there's a Chicago Blackhawks jersey up there. I don't see any Detroit fans up there. I see a black. Is that trend shifting to Chicago?
No, we would never stoop so low.
Oh, that would.
We would never stoop that low.
I think that would. I think what would they throw on the ice? Hot dogs?
We don't do any cliche. We're just a good hockey team. We don't need anything to put butts in seats. We just put butts in seats.
Yeah, if you can win.
No, Connor Bedard's working on it. He's working on it.
Yeah, and that is a player that should be in the Olympics right now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're both wearing USA jerseys. If they don't want to take Connor Bedard, make their team better and be worse off, that's fine by me as a USA fan. Fine by me.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But yeah, you know, it was Bedard was celebrating, and celebrating's really
done well,
showing that he belongs. I really don't have any words. He's the next Sidney Crosby, the next. I mean,
he's a talented player,
to say the very least. I'm hoping Connor Bedard could turn out to be that way as well. All right, we got the Octopus off the ice, folks. We're ready here for the second period of play between UNLV and Utah. We gotta get our own thing. What would, you know, not an octopus, but what would you throw on the ice at a Skating Utes game?
You know, I can't really tell you. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll shelve that one and come back to it later, as UNLV has the puck in the Utah zone. There's a hit there from Larilla on Masick there, and Utah's able to get the puck out. Good pressure from Gibbity. Now it'll be Kuntz trying to find Band there. Backel over to Band. He's got Larillo on his back.
That play, Backel looked like he was offsides by like a foot.
And Utah's able to clear that out and get a change. Nico Schwab there for Utah. Puck comes out. It's Correa. He fires it back down into the UNLV zone. Wyatt. Over to Johnson. Johnson dumps it in.
Looks like UNLV came out with a little bit of jump to start this second period.
They try a wraparound. They score. A very quick wraparound there from Luke Backel. He's able to get it past the pad of Joey Greilich. And 1 minute and 27 seconds into the second period, UNLV ties the game.
And that's what we were talking about in the intermission report, as far as you know, UNLV getting that quick goal. You know, the Utes need to stay on the gas, because clearly UNLV came out ready to take revenge on going down early.
Yeah, they are skating with quite a bit of speed. You can tell, as you said, Mitchell, I agree. I mean, Utah needs to get back up on the horse here and ride as they dump that one in. Here's Zach Larilla.
That goal scored by Backel, assisted by Johnson, and also Mensch. Time of that goal.
They score! A shot from the point was tipped in front, and the Utes get it right back.
What a response from the University of Utah.
It looks like the puck was tipped in front by Brady Schwab, and Utah leads 2-1.
Wow.
Huge, huge goal for Utah. In a weekend where goals have been hard to come by, an immediate response puts the Utes ahead. We'll have a delayed penalty.
Yeah.
And now Utah to the power play.
Another interference. This one's going to go against number 10, Jensen, Dylan Jensen.
Jensen not happy with the call, as you can see. Talking with the line official. Mitchell, if you're the linesman here, you just tell him I didn't make that call?
Yeah, pretty much, you know, because they're going to talk to anybody that's wearing the vertical stripes. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. We just kind of got tied up. You know, I mean, that's typically what you'll hear. But
yeah, the official almost was going like this. He's like, man, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not wearing the orange bands. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
So Utah to the power play. Another good opportunity to build some momentum early here in the second period after the goal.
Yeah, really good opportunity.
Waldhauser across the line. Point to Kruchek. Kruchek to Delaney. Over to Waldhauser. One-time shot for Correa, and it's blocked. He gets the rebound, still has it. Waldhauser at the point. Stick handling, looking for a shooting lane. Correa top of the far circle, fires a wrist shot just wide. Waldhauser at the point. Goal line for Brady Schwab, back to Waldhauser. Delaney. Waldhauser fires a wrist shot, and Wakeland makes the save.
Good puck movement. I noticed Delaney shifted down on that one after Waldhauser came up. Delaney, normally on the point during the power play, shifted down potentially for a one-time pass. But I like the puck movement. I like the shot choice. Again, just get somebody in front. They had people in front, but goaltender Wakeland definitely saw it all the way in.
Wrist shot from the point again. Looks like Wakeland got his shoulder on it.
And that time, Zach Larilla was in front of the net.
Zach Larilla with it now. Over to Gibney. Gibney back to Larilla. Zach to Jake at the point. Now it's Gibney. Back to Jake Larilla. Slater trying to find Nico Schwab. Slater, point pass to Gibney, who is standing outside of the zone. So they're going to have to reset. 24 seconds to go, kind of costly mistake there. As precious seconds bleed down on the power play. Slater behind the net. He's brought down. That's going to be a tripping penalty.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
And now Utah is just going to give it to Masick. And that'll give Utah 5 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Carollo to the box for tripping, his second penalty of the game.
That penalty coming at 3:52, so only a 5-second 5-on-3. Can't really do much with that. I mean, the puck's going to be dropped in the defensive zone for UNLV. I mean, you position a left-handed shot. Maybe Delaney gets a shot using Schwab as a screen there from where he's standing. But after that, get back, stay on the gas. Stay on the gas.
Utes win the face-off. They have a couple seconds of 5-on-3 here as Jensen looks to get out of the box. Delaney trying to find a pass through the slot there. Kruchek has it. Tape to Waldhauser. One-time shot by Delaney. Good save. Rebound. Waldhauser fires. It's blocked by Kelly. Minute 35 to go on Utah's power play. Played off the glass, kept in, and just bounces out after it hits the skates of Correa. Jensen, fresh out of the box, skates it in. UNLV plays it out. Utes take over. Here comes Schwab the other way. Back over to Waldhauser. Delaney spins around, creates some space, still with it, fires a shot, good pad save, Wakeland. Correa peeling back. Delaney at the point. Over to Waldhauser. Back to Delaney. Fires over shot. He scores! Matthew Delaney makes it 3-1 Utah on the power play.
Wow. Wow, what a goal. And, you know, not only do you respond by scoring a quick goal just 20 seconds after UNLV gets on the board, but now you get a power play. Delaney catches that pass and wastes no time, just gets the shot off. And look, man in front of the net. You can see that Wakeland has no idea where that puck is.
Kruchek doesn't have a stick or a glove, and he's just right there in front. You can see him put his hands up after the goal, making a good screen, but a nice shot by Delaney. The puck movement was very nice on that power play as now UNLV skates it in looking to respond. McIntosh to Strong, fires a shot. Just goes high. It's bouncing around to the crease. Still loose. They shoot. It hits the crossbar. Now they score.
Man, that was an absolutely crazy sequence right in front of the net. And, you know, that's the kind of thing you have Like, those shifts are scary if you're the Utes, because you're literally scrambling in front of your own net. And, you know, we said good response by the Utes, good response also by UNLV. You got to give credit where credit is due. They made that happen by attacking the net, getting people down low, and retrieving the puck.
They just kept firing shots home, and a little bit of a breakdown there for Utah. UNLV gets that goal right back.
And there's not much that Greilich can do on that. You have 4 guys laying in the crease right in front of you. The referees are going to take a look at this. It looks like they're talking to the scorekeeper. Either they're coming over to the monitor in the scores booth. So let's see what happens down there. We can see what they're looking at.
Actually, maybe.
Can we get the referee feed up here?
As you can see the Utah bench there. I think they're looking for goaltender interference.
Exactly.
And, you know, I don't think, I mean, an interesting point here with the Olympics going on. The IIHF rules are if you're in the crease at all, it's goaltender interference.
But let's see if we can take that back just a little bit. Let's, okay, that's what the same thing the referees are looking at?
Yeah, yep. So you can see our camera angle you're seeing now is what the referee's looking at. Mitchell's looking at the same thing on our feed up here.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the initial contact. Is he pushed in there by a defenseman? I see that there's a defenseman there. Okay, let's run it forward. Yeah, right there, defenseman runs into Greilich, and then the melee continues, goes off the crossbar, and then it's followed up by Wyatt. And it's just hard to tell right now if a defenseman pushes the forward into Greilich or if the forward went into the crease prior to that, which would have initiated the contact.
What's your call?
I didn't get a clear enough view on the no goal.
It's a
no goal.
It's a goal.
Oh no, I thought they pointed center ice.
He pointed at the net. He would have waved it like this if it was no goal.
Okay, that's weird. So they're giving it to him. But for me, I didn't get a good enough look to see where the contact was initiated. So, as it is,
3-2.
3-2. Johnson gets credit for the goal, or Jensen rather, gets credit for the goal at 5:20. And let's see the response from the Utes.
Tough there as you just get that insurance goal, and UNLV just storms right back. And like you said, scary shift. It shows the skill of the Rebels.
Yeah, it's all on how the Utes react at this point, because that can shake a roster, right? It can shake an entire bench. So, excellent response by UNLV to get a goal back. But
puck's at the point. It comes out of the zone. Kuntz resets. Carollo dumps it in. Johnson. Poke checked by Rand. Good pressure from Johnson to try and get the puck back. Kelly over to Rand. Now it'll be Garden for Utah. Garden to Schwab. Schwab to Crowley. Here comes Jensen. He has a shot. It's deflected by the stick of Garden. You'd stump this one in. They get a change.
So one thing to think about here, even if the bench is a little bit rattled, if Greilich can forget about it and stop the opportunities that are presenting themselves right now for the Rebels, because they're slowing things down. They have the puck behind their net. They're going to break it out under control, try to attack fast. And if the Utes defense gets a little squirrely, if Greilich is solid in net, you know, that may be the equalizing force that the Utes need right now.
Nice pass to Kruchek. He tried to throw it down towards the stick. Still continues with the play. Fires a shot, and a good save by Wakeland.
Yeah, good job by Kruchek to not fall down on top of Wakeland there. Did a good job controlling his body. And
that would have resulted in chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen enough chaos in the last 2 minutes. I'm good with some controlled hockey. But I think at this point the Utes are starting to settle back down. You know, they got a scoring opportunity there, forced Wakeland to make a difficult save with Kruchek right on top of him. So we'll see what continues, but
still a very skilled play to grab that puck, and I mean, didn't quite work out the way he intended it to, but still he gets the shot off. So a great play by Kruchek, showing off his skill there. Larilla now doing the same. Jumps into the air and grabs that puck. Skating it in deeper into the zone, trying to drive. Mensch, he passed that one over to Backel. Backel towards the net. Deflected by the stick of Correa. Nagra over to Backel. Backel far side corner. Correa puts the body on him. Larilla also there. Zach Larilla. Correa brings it around.
Will Waldhauser be able to catch up to it?
Looks like he will. He skates it in. Waldhauser, cross ice pass. There's a shot. Good save by Wakeland. Nice play by him to find Correa. Sendin. And now we'll get a whistle. Looks like Strong went into the net pretty hard there.
Yeah, and if we're lucky we're not taking a penalty there, because Sandberg had him all tied up, and that's why Strong is looking to Keston for a penalty there, because Sandberg, you see her tied up with him, took him down. No, puck's nowhere near the play, but no penalty. We got away with that one. So,
and he went hard into the net. Those nets are they're heavy.
Yeah,
to say the least.
They are.
I'll just imagine if there was no give in that net.
Yeah, there was an injury in the late 70s, early 80s to Gordie Howe's son, Markow, who went in and was impaled by the old nets, and that's when they changed the way the nets are fastened to the ice.
UNLV skating it in. There's a shot, it's deflected, never gets on net. Strong point pass to Whites. Back over to Strong. White's pin up along the wall. Sendin trying to find Fletcher. Can't quite settle it down. Puck was in the air by the time it got to him. Rebels behind their own net, taking their time to get this set up.
Yeah, they're getting a line change.
It's Dylan Kuntz behind his own net. He leaves it for Masick. Masick over to Estabrook. He skates it in. Estabrook towards the net, blocked by the skate of Sandberg. It actually deflected off his skate blade and out of the zone. Carollo over to Karaman. Karaman into the zone, trying to dish it over to Masick, just off the mark. Crowley pressuring him there. Slater trying to reverse play to the near side. Gets it to Sendin. Sendin cycling back. He's hit hard by Estabrook there. And Utah gets the puck out. Carollo cycling back. Well, looks like there's some commotion behind the play.
Yeah, Sendin and Estabrook were still tied up. Sendin was laying on top of Estabrook's stick. Estabrook finally said, forget about it. I'll just...
We got a penalty.
Yeah, I think too many men.
That's right. Good call. Too many men against UNLV.
Time of that penalty, 10-11 of the second period. Looks like Rand will come sit the penalty. Game a little bit more intense than last night. Last night was an intense game, but this game has a lot more involved in it.
More goals.
Utah with one power play goal already. Let's see if they can get a second one.
Get a whistle on the face-off there. Yeah, huge opportunity to get yet another goal back. Off the draw, it's Utah. Waldhauser fires a shot, rebound, oh, just high from the stick of Correa. He had a yawning cage wide open. Good chance for the Utes to start off the power play. Delaney at the point. Tape to tape Correa. Fires a wrist shot. Good save. Rebounds loose. And a good play by Wyatt to get on that puck immediately to prevent Utah from cashing in on that wide open rebound. Great pressure from Waldhauser to try and force this puck in to stay in the zone. Nagra skating this one down. He will bat it out, forcing a reset, but a good 35-second start here for Utah on their power play. Delaney looking for a long pass to Kruchek at the line. Kruchek with some space. Leaves it for Waldhauser. Waldhauser to the point for Delaney. Minute to go on the power play. Correa down low for Kruchek. Kruchek trying to find Waldhauser, and UNLV clears it all the way out.
I don't really understand that pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. A team like UNLV, you're not going to get that pass off through the middle unless you're quick.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't even tell who he was aiming for. And now Utah has to reset up, get the puck in.
Gibney skates after it, gets it to the point for Larilla. Larilla backhanding it down to Nico Schwab. Slater. Point pass Larilla. Back over to Slater. Trying to find a point pass for Gibney, and it finds its way out of the zone. 15 to go. Peeling back, 10 to go on the power play.
Crowd getting antsy.
Point pass. Schwab. Larilla fires a wrist shot. Oh, one-timer for Gibney just off the mark. His angle was tough. Ran out of the box. A long stretch pass is off the mark. Icing waved off as he's there first. Gibney has it. Gets it over to Johnson. Larilla peeling back, gets it in deep. Sunigal crashing down low. Johnson chips it back over to Sunigal, who reverses play to the far side. Fletcher and Kraft battling, trying to get the puck. Ends up out of the zone. Johnson skating back, has a man on him there. That's Jensen. It's kept in by Kelly. He passed it to the goal line for Rand. Excellent pressure by Johnson. Point pass. Carollo's got it at the line. Over to Gordon, who fires a wrist shot, gloved up by Greilich.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. Good series by Utah on that power play. Good puck pursuit by the power play players. Good penalty kill by UNLV as well. They had their chances, and then as soon as Rand came out of the box, immediately UNLV went on the attack. Utah able to stave that attack. Greilich ready for the shot, made the stop, held onto the puck, allowed his boys to change. But it's a little squirrely right now. I mean, there's a lot of fast play right now, and whew.
Lots of back and forth. The start to that power play for Utah was excellent. Just kind of tapered off after that. Not a lot of chances, but to start off, a couple of really grade A scoring chances, really good grade A scoring chances. Now UNLV has it. Backel making some moves, still has it, fires a shot, pad save by Greilich. Wyatt circling back towards the net, sticked up and away by Greilich. Johnson, point pass Nagra, wrist shot through traffic, and Greilich makes the save.
Yeah, Sandberg did a really good job there in front, right on, is it Nelson? Oh, sorry, that was Mensch. Sandberg had Mensch's stick tied up. Mensch didn't have his stick on the ice, so there's no chance for deflection. other than if it was straight out of the air and it could have gone off either skate or a stick. But Greilich there, square to the shooter, made the stop.
UNLV controls after the faceoff. McIntosh dancing around with it behind the net to the far side. Still with it. Stumps it in. Strong is there for UNLV. Strong. Over to McIntosh. Good pressure from Delaney. Puck gets out. Strong over to McIntosh. McIntosh to Band. One-time slap shot is deflected up and out of play.
Yeah, good back check on that to get a stick on that shot. Because he got all of that slapper, that clapper.
He did.
I'm more tense than I was last night.
Tight game. I mean, it's still anybody's game. Utah had that 2-goal insurance for all of 20 seconds?
20 seconds, yep. 24, actually.
Now it's, I stand corrected.
No, dude.
I'm just,
Puck loose. Oh.
Corolla with it, high slot. Point to point it goes. One-timer, good save by Greilich.
Again, good read by Greilich. He heard Karaman calling for the puck, knew that there was going to be a pass opportunity, made the move over, and again, I mean, I'm just impressed by how well trained these goaltenders are.
Watching NHL hockey, you see like a primary goaltender who plays probably 40, 50 games, and you got a backup that plays about 20 games and maybe a third here and there. Really, Greilich and Fuller, it's almost a dead even 50-50. Two very solid goaltenders.
Yeah, we've mentioned it several times before that it's a 1A, 1B, not a 1 and 2.
Yes.
Even though Fuller does get more minutes, Greilich, every time he's called on, he's able to do his job and play really well and give his boys a chance to win. Because that's all you really can ask for out of a goaltender.
Exactly. That was what I was going to say next. That's all you can ask for is just give your team a chance to win. And both goaltenders for University of Utah do that each and every night. There's a big hit in the far side corner. UNLV skating it back the other way.
UNLV has numbers.
Estabrook looking for a shot. Nice breakup by the Utes. Just over 4 minutes to be played here in period number 2. Our highest scoring frame of the weekend thus far. Utah led 1-0 after 1, and UNLV gets 2 on the board this period. Same with Utah. Gibney dumps it in. Jensen cycles back. Puck behind the net for Carollo. Good pressure from Fletcher. He actually wins the puck. Great play by Fletcher. That's the tempo you want to see. Never giving up on the play.
No, absolutely
winning 50-50 pucks. I wouldn't even say that was a 50-50 puck. He just took it away. Really nice couple of physical plays there for Utah. UNLV skates away with it, but I mean, just really not backing down from any play and trying to strong arm any Rebel with the puck and just win it.
Yeah, there's a lot of very confident hockey being played right now.
There really is, as now it's Nagra, backhand shot. He picks up his own rebound and skates to the far side. Puts one on net, he scores! Unbelievable shot from Devin Nagra to tie the game, top shelf.
Yeah, that was a good goal. I mean, that's one of those sneaky goals. He's right along the goal line and just went right over the shoulder.
Yeah, here you go.
Riley.
I mean, the angle's so tough.
Yeah, and he's going down to the ice with a man draped all over him. Greilich goes down. It goes near side. It could have even hit Greilich on his shoulder. But we are knotted at 3. Time of that goal, 16:54.
I think it did hit his shoulder, Mitchell. I think you're correct on that. I think he was he backed it into the net. Regardless, though, to even get the puck in that position, that's an incredible shot.
Yeah.
UNLV ties the game, first time since it was 0-0. Utah has been skating with the lead for a majority of this game as now Schwab skates it in. Here's the high-scoring game we expected yesterday. Now the Utes pressuring. There was Correa down there at the goal line looking for a pass.
Either that or looking for a very similar shot to what just went in off the goaltender.
Correa, nice move, finds some space, still with it, top of the circle as far as the shot. Good save, Wakeland crashing there. Can't quite get the number on the Ute that was crashing there, but now there's...
Well, we'll have it in a minute. Backel tied up with Waldhauser. And Waldhauser is the type of player, he's super nice kid, but he's not going to back down from anybody. And, you know, he went in there going after a loose puck. Wakeland able to cover it up, and Backel came in there trying to clear him out. You can see just kind of comes in from behind a little bit, and Waldhauser just turns. And, you know, essentially they're doing a waltz down there because nothing's coming of that. They're just hugging one another and, you know, just mentioning pleasantries.
That must have been a fun part of your officiating job, is breaking up fights.
I loved it.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love breaking up fights. You know, you're not always the first one in, but you try to get there as fast as possible. I loved it.
Off the face-off, Utah skates it into the near side corner. Just over 2 minutes left here in the second period. Huge hit. That will be a penalty against Garden. As now it's really getting chippy late here in the second period.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what the penalty is. It looks like a clean hit. I mean, it was off the puck.
Yeah,
but
it might be a boarding because of the play, like because of the the proximity to the boards. Interference. That's a weird call because the puck got to him right here. You can see the puck is there right underneath him. I don't understand how that's interference, unless he got there right before.
It's a clean hit, just, you know, off behind the play. There, that's the best angle of it right there.
Yeah, and you can't really tell where the puck is. I mean, from the overhead view or the higher view, you could see that the puck was right there underneath the player. But
so UNLV to the power play. There's a shot deflected wide. Niagara at the point, trying to keep it in. Utah trying to get it out. Like you said, Mitchell, yesterday, you can hear the referee saying, move the puck. And now he'll get a whistle.
so that puck will stay in the zone for University of Utah. So big draw here with 1:39 left in the period, 1:37 on the penalty kill. We are tied 3-3. Shots are 19-18 in favor of UNLV.
UNLV wins that face-off cleanly. It's Kuntz at the point. Over to Johnson, near side half wall. Down low to Rand. Point pass, Kuntz. He fires a wrist shot, deflected a couple of times, and it ends up deflecting to the far side. Rebels still with possession. Nice hit behind the net by Larilla. Rand is there, and a good stick lift by the Utes to get that puck up and out of play. Wyatt over to Kuntz. Kuntz to Masick. Masick peeling back. Point pass to Kuntz, bouncing around. Kuntz still with it, pressured by Crowley. Kuntz wrist shot in front. Good save by Greilich. They still maintain possession.
Great save by Greilich there. That was really close to going in.
Masick. Kuntz fakes a slap shot over to Wyatt. And Utah's able to get that puck out. Kuntz Definitely more ice time for him tonight than last night. He's been all over the ice tonight. Pass over to Crowley. Crowley across the line. Looking for the one-timer to Schwab, and he can't quite get a shot on net. Good shorthanded chance for the Utes. UNLV trying to catch Utah off guard here on the counterattack. Here comes Backel. Wrist shot. Deflected wide by the stick of Johnson. Utes back to full strength, and at the buzzer there's a shot. And that will end things off here in the second period. After 40 minutes of play, it's 3-3.
Yeah, and I feel like we're watching Rock'em Sock'em hockey right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a very physical, fast-paced, intense. Look at the number of goals that were scored. There were 5 goals scored in that period. And, I mean, it was back and forth, quick responses by both teams. Very intense, very good hockey game you're witnessing here.
Yeah, some discussion here in front of the scorer's table with Carollo, Larilla, and looks like Garden with the officials here. It looks like
I think Garden was asking Alexander Catano why that was interference, because I mean, like I said, when we had a look at the replay, the puck was right there. So it looks like I
think we got
Molly will be talking with Eric Gibney.
Let's send it down to Molly. Molly, take it away.
Alrighty, what stood out to you in that second period?
Say that again.
What stood out to you in that second period?
I didn't. What's the second word?
What stood out to you in that second period? Stood out to you.
Stood out to you. There was lots of special teams play, so we're trying to stay out of the box here, and we got to capitalize on our chances, but it's been a back and forth game, so we're feeling good.
And how do you want this last 20 minutes to end?
Obviously, we want to come up on top. They're a top team, so this would be a huge momentum for us heading into nationals.
Alrighty, thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck. Alrighty, thank you. And we'll see you back at the broadcast.
Thanks, Molly. We will head to the second intermission. We'll be back with the second intermission report in just about 10 minutes, so don't touch that remote. At the break, it's Utah 3, Nevada, Las Vegas 3. We'll see you in just a few moments, folks.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to game day fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trail. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to the bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
13 years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the second intermission report after 40 minutes of play. We're tied up at 3 between Utah and UNLV, number 4 UNLV, number 12 Utah. Last game of the season, last 20 minutes of regulation play for Utah here on home ice.
Yeah, that as I told you off air, as soon as that intermission started, I didn't like it. It's too tense. I mean, that was a very, very action-packed second period. If you think about it, you had Utah with a goal, quick response by UNLV, penalty, power play goal, quick response by UNLV, crazy sequence in front of the net where the referees were looking at goaltender interference. And I really wish we could have seen just a second or so before the replay picked up. And I get it, I mean, you don't expect those things. But I would have liked to see what initiated the contact in front of the net, because clearly the UNLV player did fall into Greilich, which got him out of position, which is what initiated that entire sequence. You can't do anything about it now, of course, but it really set the tone for the next 5-6 minutes of play. And Utah was able to settle back down and get back to work. But that was a very tense, squirrely couple minutes after that goal to bring things back down. And I talked about Greilich being the anchor for that, and he stood strong in net, and the boys settled down pretty quick and were able to get the attack back on.
That's right. But UNLV, 2 unanswered goals. Utah did have a 3-1 lead at one point. It kind of evaporated pretty quickly. Yep. It was a 3-2 lead. UNLV gets that one back. Big third period here for both teams. If you're Utah, you got to turn the tides your direction and get that goal back. They've done a good job of responding so far in this game. You got a brand new period here. And if you're Utah, I think in the locker room right now, it's boys, 20 more minutes, and then it's nationals. But you can almost treat this game like it's a playoff game, considering the circumstances with how these teams are ranked.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, the boys just need to come out like they did in the first period. They won the first period. If they can settle down and get back, really, really back to their game, because I think in that second period they did get away from their game a little bit. It was a little more physicality, which they're a physical team, but it seemed like they were going out of their way to be physical when they don't need to be. They can be physical when they have to be, and when they do that and they're on the puck like they were in the first period, they won that period, and they can do that again. And so if they come out ready to play like they did the first period, settle down, take a deep breath. Right. That's what you and I had to do at the intermission break. What did the boys do?
Hopefully they did the same thing. There's a lot at stake here. I mean, Utah's likely going to nationals. UNLV's going to nationals. Utah's never swept UNLV on road ice, home ice. 20 more minutes for the ages, kind of, Mitchell. That's how I look at it. Huge 20 minutes.
20 more minutes and then the rest of your life.
Yeah, there you go. Just like that.
20 more minutes in the rest of your life. To steal a quote.
That's right. That'll cap off the second intermission report. We'll send it back down to the ice for the third period of play.
Yeah, so many people say that, but it really is, I mean, if that's the goal, and that could stem the tide or even shift the tide in Utah's favor moving forward, these next 20 minutes are the most important 20 minutes of the season until Nationals. But as far as the regular season goes, to get a sweep over UNLV, that would be a program altering program changing. Okay, that's redundant, but I'm thinking like a benchmark is what I'm thinking.
Right. 100% right. I actually like the word you use there because this year we did this. Next year, that's the expectation, right?
Yep.
That's the benchmark, right? It's every year it's been, we play UNLV super close. We've still yet to win down there. We've won games up here over the years, one game, right? Then they've won the other game. But the benchmark should be, why can't UNLV end up being like an Arizona or an Arizona State? I mean, not anything against those teams. They're good teams, but it's like the expectation is you split on the road and you sweep it home. Same thing should hold with these guys on this ice tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And at the same time, how lucky is Utah in this position to play against the defending national champions?
Oh, my goodness.
Still a top 5 team, so they didn't drop off much at all, if any. And they're in our division. So we get we
get 4 games.
It's a measuring stick.
Yeah.
So if we can get this win tonight, I think sky's the limit for the program moving forward.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yes, it does, sir.
The puck is down. We will sharpen more iron with some iron right now as that puck goes up and out of play right into the scorer's table. Utah, like we mentioned, last home game, so they're going to be idle. I believe the last rankings of the season it's not this week. I believe it's next week. I believe the final week officially of the ACHA regular season for M1 is this coming week. UNLV does have a couple of games against Boise State. Now that I think about it, those are scheduled for March 6th and 7th on their schedule. It is. And Mitchell, I believe those literally are tune-up games. I don't think those games will count.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Because the ranking will be done by then.
Yeah, it's just a way to stay active, to keep the feet moving, to keep the hands,
Here comes Randy, shoots, he scores! What a play by Rand. And that is 4 unanswered goals. Excuse me, that is Oliver Band on the goal there, not Tristan Rand. He was skating in. We'll get the replay here in a moment. He was skating through, made a move. There was a defender for Utah trying to break up the play.
Yeah, went between his
legs.
legs.
It, yep, and then fired it home. And 28 seconds into the third period of play, UNLV has their first lead of this contest.
A lot of hockey left. It was a mistake and a good shot.
UNLV back in the Utah zone. Niagara at the point. Tape to tape. It's a Mensch back to Niagara. Fires a shot pad, saved by Greilich.
I think that's an important save for Greilich, to feel the puck right after getting scored on early in the period.
It's huge. Schwab skates it in. Just a little note on that. You actually don't want to give a goaltender an easy save sometimes, because it actually, it'll build his confidence. And I think that's a great point you mentioned that, Mitchell, because you make that save right there and it's okay. We're back. It's behind me.
Yep.
Rand fires a shot, deflected wide.
Schwab without a stick.
Gordon, pass over to Rand. He fires, it's wide. No chase after it. Carollo behind the net. Here he comes, skates it in. Over to Rand, breaks his stick on that slap shot. Greilich covers it up, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, that goal surprised me. It really, really surprised me, because I thought the defenseman was going to play it. It went right between his legs, and Band being able to get his stick on it and elevate it that close to the goal mouth. It's one of those that, right? I mean, what do you do? Okay, boys, get back to work. Like, that's nothing right now. We know we can score. Let's do it. If they can score that quickly, so can we.
Absolutely. That's the mentality you have to have right now, especially trailing. But like you said, Mitchell, plenty of time, 18 minutes to go. Utes clear it out.
And I think this is the most we've scored against UNLV this season.
I think you're right. They dump it in, that being UNLV. Estabrook chases after it. Johnson for Utah, plays it off the boards and out. Masick slides it in. He's got it once more. Leaves it for Nagra at the point. He has a wrist shot. It's wide of the net. Wyatt fighting for it for UNLV. They'll just opt to skate it out. Good pressure from Utah. That was Kruchek. Masick's got it. He's hit hard by Kraft. Saucer pass for Fletcher. It's broken up. And we'll get an icing call against UNLV. Jensen was skating as hard as he could to try and beat it out, but was just behind Sunnigal there.
Yeah, and Sunnigal's not slow, so you know, he had that race in hand. As soon as they got down, I knew it was going to be an icing. The Utes, I think, need to get aggressive.
Yeah,
I really
agree.
think they need to get aggressive. They look like they're playing hesitantly.
Not as confident as they have been playing in other junctures of this game. Off the draw, it's Rand. Plays it off the glass. Gloved by Larilla and kept in at the line. One-timer for Waldhauser, just wide. Goes behind the net. It's bouncing around a little side. Waldhauser fires a shot. Pad save, Wakeland. Excellent chance for Waldhauser and his awareness there to find the puck on his stick. Excellent. Well, another icing and another face-off.
Nico Schwab getting pushed into the UNLV bench as UNLV is trying to go for a change. Hey, that's one way to keep them from changing on an icing call.
There you go.
Go into the bench, block the door.
Yeah. No, you guys aren't changing. That's not happening.
So 3:32, 3:33 expired so far. Shots are 24-21 in favor of UNLV. Score is 4-3 now. UNLV with 4 unanswered goals at this point.
Yeah, if you're Utah, I mean, a couple of those are just tough ones. You know, but it's about getting back up on top and putting it behind you.
I must sound like a broken record, because guess what I'm going to say? Get on your toes. Stop playing back. Get on your toes.
Play to win, not to not lose, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't kick the field goal.
That's right.
Go for the freaking Hail Mary.
That's right.
You have nothing to lose. Like, honestly, the Utes literally have nothing to lose at this point.
Right.
Other than bragging rights and confidence.
Plenty of hockey, though, as we've been saying. Just over 16 minutes to go. Oh, a pass broken up by Band, the goal scorer that for UNLV that got that fourth goal to put them ahead. A lot less shots tonight from both sides. Utah 21, UNLV 24. And that puck played off the netting and out of play.
Yeah, I think it's one of those cases where don't wait for the puck to come to you. Go to the puck, and I mean they're still supporting one another very well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not getting down on the Utes. I think this is. I mean, it's a 1-goal game right now. 3-shot difference between the two teams, but the momentum seems to have shifted, and the Utes need to work to get that momentum back on their side, and there's only one thing that's going to do it.
There's a shot deflected out of play by Greilich. I think a couple things. I mean, a goal.
Yep.
I think that's the thing you were talking about.
Yeah, but being aggressive to get the goal.
But, yeah, and maybe a big hit, maybe something like that, power play.
Yeah, it's not like
some kind of inflection point in the game to
refocus
right.
the boys, because you can't fight.
No.
You know, so
that's not the way to do it, right?
You can't use those tactics that are used in the NHL and at any pro level for that matter, but, you know, getting some decent scoring chances.
Here we go, a 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's Giboney skating it in for Utah. Pass over to Crawley, backhand shot, just wide. Slater brought down in the near side corner. We got a scrum. UNLV able to get it out. Jensen trying to skate around to the defender there. Sendin back checking, and he knocks the puck away.
Great play by Sendin. Goal-saving play by Sendin right there, just to get a stick on it and break that up.
Puck's bouncing around here in front of the Utah bench. They chip it in. Long stretch pass over to Backel. Backel skates in, makes a move. He has a shot, draws a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a slash.
And Utah will be shorthanded.
Oh, it's a high stick. Huh, that's... Time of that penalty, 5:27.
That'll be Garden's second penalty of the game.
I didn't see the stick get up. That's why I called a slash right away, because that's what I saw.
Face-off won by Nagra. He's got it. Nagra over to Mensch, fires a wrist shot, up and out of play.
Good job getting in that shooting lane by Nico Schwab, checking his stick, making sure it didn't break. But yeah, what a play by Sendin on the back check.
Crazy. I mean, tough to be in that position to begin with, but you don't give up on the play, and makes a nice back check play.
You know, that's a heart play. That's a compete play right there. That's all that is. I mean, yes, there's some skill in it too, but primarily it's about not giving up on the play.
There's Schwab, taken away by Masick. Masick over to Rand. Rand back to Wyatt. Wyatt to Kuntz. Over to Rand. Wyatt, near side half wall to the point. Kuntz. He's got it at the point again. UNLV moving the puck here, trying to find the shooting lane. Rand. Over to Johnson. Rand once again down low. Masick has the puck. Over to Wyatt.
I'm okay with this perimeter movement.
55 to go. They've just been, burning some time trying to find the shooting lane.
Yeah, there's nobody in the slot now. There is. They've shifted a little bit, but they're not keeping anybody in front of the net really.
Kuntz over to Wyatt. Wyatt fires a wrist shot, blockered away by Greilich. Just over 30 to go on the power play.
Yeah,
nice,
great, great use of that opportunity on that missed pass by the captain.
Here comes Kuntz. He skates it in, leaves it for Johnson. Fires a wrist shot, pad save Greilich. Utah on the counterattack. Brady Schwab skating it in. Wyatt poking at that puck. He fires a shot. Some commotion in front, and Wakeland makes the save.
Smart shot there by Brady Schwab. Took it in and forced Wakeland not just to make the save, but make the stop and hold on to it, because he had Kruchek following in on that weak side right on top of him. I mean, great timing on that. But I'm totally okay with that penalty kill so far. There's only 7 seconds left. They get an offensive zone draw, and before Garden comes out of the penalty box. And so, yeah, I mean, no real scoring opportunities on that power play for UNLV.
Yeah, good kill by the Utes as Garden gets ready to come out of the box. And here he comes. Sendin over to Waldhauser, finding Garden, who was skating in, but a good defensive play by Whites there to break it up, and we'll have a whistle.
Garden playing Superman on the ice there.
Yeah.
Not sure if he got taken down or just was diving out for the puck, but
face off to Wakeland's left.
UNLV with, okay. Just getting their line change completed. That's a long line change.
It is. Utes have it after the face-off. Played towards the point. McIntosh opts to send it out of the zone. Waldhauser pickpocketed there by Kelly. He dumps it right in. Greilich out to play it. Kelly with a lot of pressure. Rand breaking that up. He's got it now. Nice pass to Kelly. Kelly down low, makes a move. What a save by Greilich.
Keep that save in mind, ladies and gentlemen. That was a wide open, yawning net, like you used that phrase earlier. And Greilich comes up with the save. Absolutely fantastic by that young man.
Nice active stick by the Utes to break that up. That was Waldhauser. He skates after it. Yeah, huge save. I thought that was going in for sure. He just had all the time he wanted right in front of Greilich there. That puck played towards the slot, and it's deflected up and out of play. Here's that save again. You can see Kelly. It's fast in that moment, but it seemed like he had plenty of time.
Yeah, and it's almost like he's sticking himself out of the shot position and lost the handle on it. I actually don't know that Greilich made a save on that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he mishandled it and it just slid beside the net. I'll take it, 100%. But good job by Greilich to stay patient on that.
You're right. So the Utes, long stretch pass to Giboney. Samberg tried to play it in. It hit Estabrook. Karaman skating through at center ice. Slater on him there. He dumps it in. Karaman towards the middle. Deflected a couple of times. Whites keeps it in at the blue line. Pass, there's a shot blocked by Sendin. He kind of falls on the puck there. Estabrook was crashing, trying to win it back. There's a shot, they score. Charles Masick. 4 unanswered goals.
Sunnigal kicked out, a little jousting going on in the face-off circle. A tit for tat. Since Sunnigal initiated, Will Miller tossed him out.
Utes have their work cut out for them here down the stretch. Face off once again at center ice.
This time looks like Senegal's minding his P's and Q's.
Rebels with it. They dump it in. Expect to see a lot of that in the next 10 minutes here from UNLV. Backel skates it in, peels back. He's hit off the puck by Fletcher. Johnson over to Kraft. Kraft fires a shot just wide. Wakeland sticks it away. So it was bouncing back towards his goal crease. Johnson to Backel.
Good job by Johnson on that back check.
Backel to McIntosh. Centers it. Fletcher grabs it. Drops it to his stick blade. Skated it out. Carollo skates it behind his, or towards his own net. Long stretch pass over to Strong. Strong to McIntosh. Can't handle it. Now it's Larilla over to Kruchek. Kruchek dumps it in. We've passed the halfway mark of the third period.
Time becoming a factor.
Certainly. Ute setting up. They just dump it in. Schwab, a nice hit there over to Larilla. Fires a shot. Good save by Wakeland. Excellent play to find a wide open Zach Larilla.
Utes need something to change. They are not playing with the same jump that they had to start the game. I think that goal that started off the period, 28 seconds in, I think that stunned them. First time to trail for the first time in the game. And they have played a little bit, not hesitant. I know I used that word earlier, but probably not the right word, but not as aggressive as they did earlier.
They've slowed down for sure in terms of tempo. Coots trying to dump it in, fanned a couple of times. Larilla to Delaney. Delaney finding Schwab. Puck's dumped all the way in. It's now to be Delaney. Delaney trying to find Waldhauser. Wakeland way out of his goal crease to play this puck. Here comes Rand. Peeling back.
Good stick there.
Now it'll be Crowley. He dumps it in, or he gets it over to Waldhauser, who dumps it in. Wakeland taps it over to Wyatt with his glove. Wyatt over to Nagra. There's a shot and a good save by Greilich. 7:37 to go. Mitchell, I feel like a timeout for Utah could help him out here.
Yeah, a timeout is, I think, necessary. It's the timing of the timeout, because typically, in games like this where it's been tight and then all of a sudden you're trailing by 2, do you wait until the 3-minute mark to get a timeout so you can pull your goalie, or do you go ahead and take a timeout and refocus the boys now and then plan on, if you don't get a goal or maybe you get one after the timeout, do you plan to just pull the goaltender after a certain point in the game without having to take a timeout there? Because I think right now they need the Utes need a little.
They shoot, they
call.
score. Nagra off the crossbar and in. 6-3, and Devin Nagra putting this game on ice.
Yeah, with this competition level, just about. Yeah, I mean, can the boys score 3 goals quickly? Yes, it can happen. Here's a look at it, Nagra from the dot. And a lot of players like to shoot from the dot. It's a good, measuring thing, measuring position on the ice for a lot of players to shoot from the dot. And Nagra just went over the shoulder of Greilich.
5 unanswered for UNLV, folks. It was 3-1 Utah in the second period.
They aren't number 3 in the nation, number 4 in the nation for no reason.
There's a pass, and a beautiful pass to Mensch. He skates it in, leaves it for Carollo at the point. Still 7 minutes left in this game. Johnson over to Kruchek. Gordon got a piece of that one. Kruchek.
The energy in the crowd has absolutely dissolved.
And not to mention a handful of fans and some now just heading for the exits.
Yeah, still time in the game though, ladies and gentlemen. Don't tune out. Don't tune out.
We need a monumental change of momentum at this point, and the way things have been going, hard to believe the Utes have 3 in them with 6.5 to go. There's Waldhauser.
How many times have we said about other teams, just get one?
Right.
This is a point in the Utes game where I'm saying to myself, just get one. Because if you think about it, UNLV was down by 2. They got 1, and then they got another, and subsequently.
And then they got 3 more after that. That's played off the glass and out. That'll go for icing.
But I think honestly right now would be a good time for a timeout to just
Yeah, I'm surprised there has
refocus
not
the
been
boys.
any timeout called. I agree with you, Mitchell.
I mean, I'm not Morgan Feeney, and I know he knows what he's doing. But if I'm behind the bench, I'm watching the play on the ice, I'm going, let's take a timeout here before they drop the puck. And then do you do one of those risky moves where you pull the goalie early?
Depends on,
to give yourself time.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was 2 goals.
But you can't even keep the puck in UNLV's zone right now. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to pull.
Yeah.
Greilich. It'd be a free goal for UNLV at this point as they win that faceoff. And dump it all the way out. They'll be icing again. 5:40 to go.
Yeah, the boys need a spark, that is for sure. But, I mean, it's been a great game. UNLV stepped up their tempo, surprised the boys in white, and, after that, they just they did not let up on the gas, and they still aren't.
Gordon trying to find McIntosh. He's the first man in to the puck. Schwab passed it back to Delaney. Delaney over to Waldhauser. Waldhauser towards the net. Nobody home. Kuntz. He's got it. Plays it off the boards and all the way into the Utah zone. Sendin makes a nice move. Gets the puck to the stick of Waldhauser, and I mean, this dump and chase hockey is not going to work to get back in this game as Kelly skates it back the other way. Fires a shot just wide from the stick of Jensen.
Good reverse by Sinnen there.
Here comes Slater with some speed. Skates it in. He's hit hard. Utes maintain possession.
UNLV missing a stick.
There's Rand. Nice stick lift by Slater to start that. Now it's Gibney over to Crowley. Can't quite get a shot. Kept in at the line by Garden. There's a shot from Johnson and a good save by Wakeland.
Little jump there by the boys. Scoring opportunity after that big hit on Slater, but he popped right back up like a weeble wobble. Do you know what a weeble wobble is?
I don't.
The slogan for weeble wobbles, they weeble and they wobble, but they don't fall down. That was a 60s, 70s toy that I used to play with.
Oh, okay.
Not 60s. I wasn't born in the 60s, but in the 70s, I even had the little weeble wobble treehouse. Or like those punching bags with sand in the bottom. You punch them, but they just don't fall down.
Johnson's there for Utah. Under 4 minutes to be played. Johnson, backhand pass over to Gibney. Over to Garden. Garden dumps it in. I mean, they're not playing like they need goals right now, Mitchell, not at all.
No.
That puck's dumped in, sticked away by Greilich.
At this point, we said it earlier, you have nothing to lose. Nothing. So let it all hang out. This is the last game before Nationals. We don't have any tune-up games.
I mean, at this point, the game is lost, but you have to, it's a good opportunity to give your final punch against a team that very well could win the national championship as they skate it back in. Played towards the net. They have a shot. Good save by Greilich right in front.
Yeah, he's still involved. He's still paying attention to the game.
He is. I mean, he's had there's been a couple of goals that just aren't his fault tonight. I mean, there's a couple of weird ones.
He's made 31 saves on the night. And a lot of those are quality chances. So Greilich's played well. I think after that 28-second goal, it really changed the mentality, at least from observation's point of the Utes in the third period.
You come into this third period tied at 3. So Utah's able to get it out. Here's some hustle from Brady Schwab into the zone. Taken away. Sandberg over to Sendin. He dumps it in. Wakeland ends up with it.
No need for that.
And here's some pushing and shoving after the whistle. And it's tension still boiling over here. Now it looks like the Utes are trying. It's just when the whistle, just when the puck's not in play.
They're trying, just not to our liking. Yeah, I don't understand why Kuntz pushed him into the net
that was
like
instigated by Kuntz. Yeah, there you go. It's a good replay.
Good work by our camera crew there to get what started it all. And then, nobody's backing down. It looks like number 16.
Yeah, if Kuntz isn't in the box, there he goes. He's skating in now.
Yeah.
White's skating in, Kuntz as well skating in.
Is there going to be anything on the Utes? Doesn't look like it.
I would be surprised if nobody from Utah skates over. Just with the retaliation, I feel like the referees always call that.
Yeah, but there's. I mean,
you're right though.
I see the Utes penalty box over. Okay, Schwab's going to the box, so it'll be a 5-on-4 or a 4-on-3. I would imagine. But Keston and Catano discussing what happened. It's funny is we have replay. Like they could look at this to see,
Is that technically like, are they allowed to use video replay for that? For making penalty calls?
No, but it sounded good.
I mean, I know, but not to discredit your point, but just I know there's certain rules in hockey. I know we follow NCAA rules when you can and cannot look at a replay, right?
Yeah, and a penalty is not one, unless you're evaluating whether it was a major or
okay.
a minor.
I was going to say, because I feel like we have seen that in the past where a huge brawl breaks out and they are looking, 27-13, whatever it is. Yeah, you sit, you get out,
Yeah, but usually in that case, you'll have a referee, at least one of them, back up and start taking numbers because they're watching. And if they see, like, for instance, 78 throws a punch.
Right.
And then 24 for the opposite team retaliates and throws a punch. Or, or a cross check that leads to an injury, something like that in amongst the scrum where the linesmen are trying to break things up. They'll write it down because, okay, there's a penalty, there's another penalty, there's a penalty on different guys,
and depending
on the play. But
Split shot there. Tale of two stories. You got the Utes bench and the UNLV bench. I'm sure spirits are different, very different between those two sides right now.
Yeah, and honestly, it looks like at this point, UNLV will come away splitting the weekend. And I think they should consider themselves lucky to split the weekend. In the sense of the way that the game started and the second period went, you know, the third period is different.
They completely took over the game in the third period of tonight's contest.
But going into the intermission after the second period, tied up 3.
Oh, there you go.
Snow kind of got the puck there.
Snow, yeah, stopping the puck.
And the way that the Utes were playing the first 2 periods, the Utes could have easily taken this game. You know? I mean, it's very possible.
Crew check, point pass to Delaney. Oldhauser has a shot, good save, rebounds loose, another good save by Wakeland, and we'll have another whistle. I mean, UNLV is clearly starting stuff after the whistle. I mean, again, you see it there.
Yeah, and the Utes are doing a good job of pressuring Wakeland. If the puck is loose in the crease, they're going to go after it. I would be mad if they didn't. But when it comes to the rough stuff after the whistle, yeah, UNLV is initiating that. They're protecting their goalie, but they're doing it in a way that you know, it's not outside the rules in the sense that they're not being called for it. But, you know, you got to expect a team to go in, and then you also have to expect your team to protect your goalie. So I'm glad the referees aren't calling, you know, every tic-tac little push or shove. But as far as initiation, you're absolutely right.
So Utes still on the power play. They control late here in the game. Oldhauser has a shot. He scores! Power play goal for Paul Waldhauser. Cuts the deficit to 2. And as you mentioned, Mitchell, just as he did for Niagara's goal, that's right from the dot. Same situation, fires it home.
Yep. Yeah, because, you know, both players are right-handed shots on that left dot, respectively.
Utes with some speed now. Gibney towards the net. Good pressure.
And Greilich looking to go to the bench.
That puck just finds its way out of the zone. Slater over to Gibney. He dumps it in. Minute to go. Greilich still in his goal crease. UNLV.
That'll be an icing. Oh, it's waved off.
Yeah, I mean, the first man there was Masick there for UNLV. Oldhauser across the ice. Over to Delaney. There's a shot, blocked.
Greilich heading to the bench with 30 seconds left.
Now it'll be UNLV. Kuntz over to Estabrook. Yawning Cage scores.
And that should do it.
So next game Utah will play will be likely at Nationals. Well, now we've got a whistle. Rebels win the faceoff all the way down into their own zone. Garden will stick handle it in his own zone. And time will wind all the way down. That'll be it for this one and for the season. Utes will have to settle for a split with the Rebels. Rebels take the season series 3-1.
Yeah, tough third. That was a very tough third period. I said I didn't like the second period because it was too tense. I didn't like the third period because we lost it. But you know that is hockey. I mean, it's about momentum, and the Rebels did a good job of seizing momentum very early on in that third period, and just went to work after that point.
They really did. But the Utes, a good season for them. This is the end of their regular season, and they're not going to be happy with the result of this game, but still a lot to be happy about after last night's contest, a really tight-fought game. Tonight, I mean, you let it get away from you. I mean, dumping pucks into the zone and chasing after it is not going to win you a game. And it's tough, but you got to go to nationals and put it behind you.
Yeah, and not play that style. Right? Like, I'm never going to tell Coach Feeney how to coach his team. That's not my job. But, you know, you saw against top talent what doesn't work. Don't duplicate it.
Good learning, though.
Absolutely,
yeah. I mean, this is, again, we've mentioned it multiple times, a very skilled team, obviously, and they play a full 60 minutes every time you see them. And we saw it last night, saw it tonight. We've seen it the last couple of years, and like you said, they're the shining star that any team in this conference aspires to be. And you know they're champions of the WCHL for a reason. And the Utes, though, hats off on an excellent season, and still more to play for. Always is. And they get a chance to regroup. Nationals still a couple weeks away.
Yeah, and with that 2 weeks, these guys can practice. They can maybe set up a couple new plays that teams haven't seen. You know, because you know we do post on YouTube. Granted, we don't keep the games up for very long, but you know, maybe they can come up with a game plan and a couple set plays off of face-offs and things like that. But you know, we'll see what happens in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. So with that being said, we're going to send it down to the ice. Molly is with Joseph Kroll, the captain of the victorious UNLV Rebels. Molly, take it away.
Hey, Utes fans. I'm Molly. I'm here with
Joey.
Alrighty, Joey. When do you think this game shifted in your favor?
I think in the second period, we had a couple power plays, capitalized on those, and really put them on their heels, and we just took advantage of it from there.
And what does this win mean to you?
It's a huge win, huge comeback win from yesterday.
Thank you, Molly. And that will do it, Mitchell. That's the end of the season, end of this game. We'll break down the game real quick first.
Yep.
Really tough period if you're Utah. I mean, you come into that third period, you're tied up at 3, and the game ends up with a final score of 7-4.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the first period, the Utes came out really strong. They won that period. The second period was back and forth. I mean, it was punch, counter punch, kick, counter kick, block. I mean, it was a very back and forth period, and somehow UNLV settled themselves and knew what they had to do to take over this game, and they came out 28 seconds in and got the go-ahead goal, and they didn't shift their game after that point, whereas the Utes, I really think that early goal in the third period stunned the Utes, shocked them a little bit, and maybe a reality check, so to speak. Like, okay, we are playing UNLV.
Right.
We are playing the number 3-4 team in the nation. And so when that happens, sometimes you just can't recover. And I think the Utes struggled with that. They shifted their offensive attack, and like you called out, on the dump and chase, and it didn't work.
I think it's a tale of two goals. I think you're absolutely right. I think the third period, that's the backbreaker right there. I also think that second goal they got, when Utah took that 2-goal lead, it's like, you got a 2-goal lead on UNLV, and UNLV's like, okay, you know, like you said, you mentioned it, that's a scary goal.
Yep.
They got that. I think that's also a backbreaker. It's because you have that 2-goal lead, and automatically, I mean, just like that, it vanishes.
Yeah.
And you still have the lead at this point, but and then that third period goal as well. It's just, oh yeah, again, we're playing UNLV, defending national champions, and it's just a matter of, you know, I call it the dump and chase hockey. It's just, you know, in the moment, it's like, yeah, you're chasing a couple goals, and this isn't going to help you get back in this game. Maybe again, we're not going to tell the coaching staff how to coach the team. Maybe at this point in time in the game, that's what they thought was going to work, or maybe it doesn't matter. It's just that's the way they were playing in the moment.
Yeah.
And it's, you take that, you look at the film, and you tinker and you adjust.
Yeah, you do adjust, and they tried. The Utes tried. It's just the UNLV.
Great team.
Yeah, they're a great team, and they are deep just like we are. And we've been utilizing our depth all year. We go up against a team that is equally as deep as the Utes are. It's a tough win. I mean, last night's win, they had to battle. Did last night's win take anything out of them? Perhaps because it was so late and they didn't get the rest that they typically would. But UNLV didn't either. And so when the Utes came out in that first period and they won that first period 1-0, did they overextend themselves in that period? There's so many questions that can come out, but what I hope that they do is they look at the game tape, they review it, they see their mistakes. They have 2 weeks before Nationals, before St. Louis starts. If they do their job right, they're going to look at their mistakes and they're going to go, you know what, guys? Let's never do that again.
Exactly, and the good thing is your mistake tonight, your game was against UNLV, a team that's going to go in one of the favorites in this tournament. You get to say, okay, that's what any team in this tournament could look like.
Yep.
Here's how we adjust, and here's how we become the better team, the best team in this tournament, and go on a run. Doesn't matter what your seed is when you get there. It's just a number, right?
Yep, it really is.
If for Utah, tough one tonight, tough pill to swallow, but you move on forward saying, hey, we're probably going to make Nationals, and we've been there a couple times now. These guys have been there. They know how it goes. Don't be surprised if they go on a run here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go on a run. I mean, they still have confidence going in.
Agreed.
Finishing this game or finishing the regular season at home with a loss, it's not what they want, but it's not the end of the story.
Right. It's not the last game they're going to play this year, right? And every team wants to win the last game of the season. That's a tough thing to do, a tough privilege to even have, right? You're in the playoffs. You want to win the last game, win the championship, but this is not the end.
Not the end. Not even close.
Just a chapter in the book, right?
Yeah, this is just a shot in the arm right now.
That's right.
But it's a shot that you're gonna get a fever for 2 weeks, and then you're gonna shake off that fever after that 2 weeks, and you're gonna come back bigger and better.
Absolutely. Agreed. Well, I would say same time, same place next weekend, but this is, unfortunately, our final broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, of the season. It's been a pleasure. Only 10 home games this year, so it went by pretty fast for us, but we just want to say thank you for watching all year long. Without the folks watching at home, none of this is possible, and want to thank everybody involved with the program, all the interns involved with the program doing a great job. They're the reason that we're standing here and putting this incredible production together. You watched this production a year ago, 2 years ago. None of the stuff that we have, replay, graphics, none of it. It's not possible without the intern program that we have here. So a huge thank you to all the individuals as a part of that program. Everybody behind the scenes as well. AJ Bolden, the general manager of the program. And, been a great, fun season, Mitchell. Looking forward to doing it again next year.
Hey, I'll be back.
Absolutely.
I'll be back. And, I have to reiterate, I know you just said it, and you said it very eloquently. I'm just going to second that. I mean, the interns have absolutely killed it this year, especially the past couple weeks. Things have changed really rapidly, and it's great to see. And I cannot wait to see what next year brings and the year after that.
Absolutely. Meteoric rise up, right? Just like the team on the ice, the broadcast is doing the same thing up here.
Yeah.
Big thank you to everybody involved. Looking forward to doing it next year. It's going to feel like forever, but we'll be back in the fall. It'll be here before we know it. So for one last time, everybody, for everybody behind the scenes, for Mitchell Soft, for myself, Patrick Pregame, we thank you so much for watching tonight and all season long. We're looking forward to next season. The final result tonight, UNLV 7, Utah 4. Utah marching their way into Nationals. Looking forward to that. But until then, have a great night and take care, everybody.